Have you ever considered how much we communicate with our hands? From waving to a friend to the firm grip of a handshake, our hands speak volumes without words. But what if I told you that beyond these everyday gestures lies a vast well of psychic energy, waiting to be activated? Across cultures and traditions, hands have always been seen as more than just tools for physical work. They are conduits of a deeper, invisible power, the power to heal, to balance, and to transform. In this exploration, we will dive into the hidden psychic abilities of your hands, their connection to universal energies, and practical ways you can unlock their healing potential. By the end of this journey, you will not only understand the deeper nature of your hands, but also gain practical exercises to channel their energy for healing yourself and others. This is a journey of both discovery and empowerment, one that reveals the profound connections between mind, body, spirit, and the energy that flows through them all. All of nature follows a specific design, an ancient and sacred geometry that manifests in everything around us, from the spiraling galaxies in the cosmos to the unfolding petals of a rose. This design is known as the golden ratio, a mathematical proportion approximately equal to 1.618. The fascinating thing about this ratio is that it can be found not only in the shapes and structures of the natural world, but also within our very own anatomy. Look at your hand, for example. If you measure the segments of your fingers, you'll find that each section is about 1.618 times longer than the previous one. This isn't a coincidence. It's a reflection of a universal order, an intricate pattern that governs all life forms. The reason this ratio is so prevalent in nature is because it allows energy to flow smoothly and harmoniously across different dimensions. From the smallest atoms to the largest planets, this ratio creates a space for energy to circulate, to balance, and to sustain life. This natural pattern, known as the divine proportion, isn't just about aesthetics or mathematical beauty. It's a functional code for the flow of energy. In your hands, the very structure of your bones, joints, and muscles follows this sacred pattern, allowing your hands to be natural conduits of energy. Whether you are conscious of it or not, every time you move your hands, you're interacting with energy fields around you. This brings us to an essential question: how can we consciously harness this energy for healing and transformation? To understand the full psychic potential of our hands, we must explore the nature of energy fields. Though invisible to the naked eye, these fields have been studied by some of the greatest minds in history, including Albert Einstein and the French mathematician Élie Cartan. Together, they developed what is known as the Einstein-Cartan theory, which explores how torsion fields, subtle, twisting fields of energy, can influence and interact with matter. Torsion fields are believed to be present around any object with certain geometric properties, such as the golden ratio. In essence, these fields create a subtle electromagnetic interaction with the surrounding environment, including our bodies. This interaction may explain why we sometimes feel sensations or vibes from people or places, even if we cannot see anything physically present. It may also explain certain paranormal phenomena, such as ghost sightings or energy sensations, that science has yet to fully explain. When you move your hands, which are shaped according to the golden ratio, you generate a balancing effect in the surrounding torsion fields. Simply moving your hands near someone, or even over your own body without touching it, can help harmonize energy, creating a subtle yet profound healing effect. This isn't magic. It's a reflection of how our hands, through their very design, interact with the natural forces that permeate the universe. Many spiritual traditions recognize the hands as powerful centers of energy. In Hinduism, Ayurveda, and pranic healing, the hands are used to scan, cleanse, and direct energy to areas of imbalance in the body. Prana, or life force energy, is channeled through the hands to activate healing and restore balance. Similarly, in Chinese practices like Tai Chi and Qigong, precise hand movements are used to circulate and harmonize energy through the body's meridian system. This ancient knowledge reflects a profound truth. Our hands are intimately connected to our energy centers, or chakras. The palm of the hand in particular is a powerful area where our energy points are reflected. According to energy healing practices, the left hand is receptive, receiving energy from the environment, while the right hand is projective, giving energy out into the world. This dynamic flow of energy through the hands is central to many healing techniques, including Reiki, where practitioners channel healing energy into a person's energy field without even needing to touch the physical body. Consider for a moment the times you've instinctively placed your hand on a sore spot, whether it's a headache or a stomach ache. This natural response is more than just a reflex. It's an ancient, intuitive understanding of how to use your hands to direct healing energy. With focused intention and awareness, this simple act can become a profound tool for healing. Recent scientific studies have begun to shed light on how nonverbal communication, particularly through touch and gesture, can significantly affect our mental and physical well-being. Numerous studies show that nonverbal signals, including hand gestures, impact us far more than spoken words. This is because gestures are often more congruent with our emotions and intentions than verbal communication. When the two are in conflict, we naturally trust the non-verbal cues more. But beyond communication, there is mounting evidence that touch itself has healing properties. When you place your hand over an area of pain, the body responds by activating its natural healing mechanisms. Nerve endings in the skin detect this touch, sending signals to the brain that trigger the release of healing hormones such as oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone. This process demonstrates how intimately connected our minds and bodies are, and how touch can serve as a bridge between the two. In Ayurvedic practices, the hands are believed to contain numerous energy centers called mama points. These points regulate the flow of prana, the life force energy, throughout the body. By gently stimulating these points through touch, practitioners can restore balance to the body's energy system and promote healing on both a physical and emotional level. While the physical movements of our hands play an important role in energy healing, there is an even deeper layer to explore: intention. In spiritual and energy healing traditions, intention is everything. The energy we channel through our hands is deeply influenced by our thoughts, emotions, and awareness. To unlock the full psychic potential of your hands, you need to combine mental energy, emotional energy, and focused awareness. The first step is to set a clear and focused intention. Whether you are healing yourself or another person, your mind must be fully committed to the purpose. You might say to yourself, "I am going to heal with my hands." This mental affirmation serves as a blueprint for the energy you are about to channel. The second step is to engage your emotions. Healing is not just a mechanical process, it's an emotional one. As you prepare to channel energy, allow yourself to feel deeply the emotions of love, compassion, and healing. These emotions act as fuel for the energy you will direct through your hands. Finally, the third and most crucial element is awareness. You must be fully present in the moment, conscious of every movement, every sensation. As you move your hands, whether over yourself or another, feel the energy flowing through them. Be aware of the subtle shifts in the body and the environment around you. This heightened state of awareness amplifies the healing process, making your hands powerful instruments of transformation. Now that we've explored the theory behind the psychic power of hands, let's move on to practical exercises you can use to awaken this energy and put it into practice. Exercise 1. The energy circuit, uniting heart and mind. Begin by placing your hands together in front of your chest, at the height of your heart center. This position, often seen in religious practices such as prayer, is more than a gesture of humility or devotion. It creates an energy circuit, connecting the left and right sides of your brain, which govern logic and creativity. By bringing your hands together, you integrate these two aspects of yourself, generating a flow of mental energy through your hands. As you hold your hands together, focus on the present moment. Breathe deeply and feel the energy circulating between your palms. Stay in this position for at least 1 minute, fully aware of the sensations in your hands. This simple exercise helps to balance your internal energy and prepare your hands for healing work. Exercise 2. Rubbing the hands, activating the energy vortices. The next exercise involves rubbing your hands together to activate the energy vortices in your palms. This is a common technique used in energy healing practices to amplify the flow of energy. To begin, rub your hands together briskly for about 1 to 2 minutes, generating heat and friction. As you do this, imagine the energy in your body collecting in your hands, ready to be directed for healing. Once you've generated enough heat, stop and hold your hands a few inches apart. You should feel a subtle tingling sensation between your palms. This is the psychic energy building up. To test its power, try moving your hands closer together and then farther apart. Notice how the energy feels. It might be warm, magnetic, or even pulsating. This exercise is a powerful way to activate the psychic potential in your hands. Exercise 3. Ethereal massage, healing without touch. For this exercise, you will practice the art of healing without physical contact. This technique is similar to a massage, but is performed by moving your hands a few inches above the area that needs healing. Begin by rubbing your hands together to activate the energy vortices, as in the previous exercise. Then, place your hands over the area you wish to heal, whether it's your own body or someone else's. As you move your hands slowly in a clockwise direction, focus on the energy flowing from your hands into the area you are working on. Imagine this energy harmonizing and balancing the body's energy field. If you're healing a headache, for example, gently move your hands in circular motions above the person's head, visualizing the energy clearing away tension and restoring balance. Continue this for about 5 minutes. Then ask the person how they feel. Many people report feeling immediate relief from pain or tension after just a few minutes of this ethereal massage. Exercise 4. Psychometry, seeing with your hands. In this advanced exercise, you will practice psychometry, the ability to gain information about an object, place, or person through touch or proximity. This exercise trains you to see with your hands by sensing the subtle energy fields around an object. To begin, find an object you are unfamiliar with or ask someone to hide an object from you. Close your eyes or use a blindfold for better results. Hold your hands over the object without touching it. Stay fully focused on the present moment and be open to any impressions that come to you. These might include subtle sensations of texture, temperature, or even colors and shapes. Over time, you'll begin to develop a heightened sensitivity to the energy fields around objects. allowing you to sense information that is not immediately visible to the physical eye. Your hands hold an incredible potential, not just for physical tasks, but as powerful instruments for healing and transformation. By understanding the deeper geometry of life, the subtle energy fields that surround us, and the science behind touch, you can begin to awaken the psychic power of your hands. Whether you are healing yourself, helping a loved one, or simply exploring the vast possibilities of energy work, the key lies in combining intention, emotion, and awareness. As you practice these techniques, remember that healing is not just about fixing physical ailments. It's about balancing energy, restoring harmony, and reconnecting with your inner self. In this way, healing becomes a journey of self-discovery, a path that leads not only to physical health, but to spiritual awakening and deeper understanding of the universe. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the hidden power in your hands. I invite you to continue practicing, experimenting, and unlocking the full potential of your hands as tools of healing, creation, and transformation. If you enjoyed this journey and want to explore even deeper mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay connected and be the first to receive new insights and practices that will support you on your spiritual path. Let's continue this transformative journey together. What I'm about to share with you is not just another message. It is a profound truth that transcends the ordinary, a call for the few who are prepared to receive it. This is not for everyone. In fact, only those who feel the stirring of their soul will truly understand what follows. So if you feel nothing, that's perfectly fine. We are all on different parts of our journey, and not everyone is ready for the same revelations at the same time. But if something within you is restless, if you sense a quiet whisper calling your name from within your spirit, then perhaps this message is meant for you. Stay with me, because every word that follows was crafted with you in mind. There are moments when life places us at a crossroads where we either retreat into fear or step forward into our destiny. This is one of those moments. Have you ever wondered why your life seems to be filled with battles, challenges, and struggles that seem far beyond what others face? You look around and it appears as though others walk an easier path, free from the turmoil you constantly encounter. You felt alone, misunderstood, as if no one else could possibly comprehend the depth of what you're going through. Here's a truth that might be difficult to accept, but it will set your soul on fire once you grasp it. You have been chosen. You were never meant to blend into the crowd or walk an easy, unremarkable path. If you found yourself surrounded by more battles than most, it's because you've been marked for something greater. The struggles you face are not a punishment. They are the flames that will forge you into the person capable of fulfilling your divine purpose. God has chosen you for a mission far beyond the ordinary, and because of this, the trials you endure are greater, but so too is the strength you carry within. You are not like everyone else. The enemy knows this and fears what you are destined to become, which is why your obstacles often seem overwhelming. But those obstacles are the very proof of your calling. Being chosen isn't about an easy life filled with comforts. It's quite the opposite. When you are chosen, your battles are more intense and your path is less clear. Yet this path was never meant to be easy. It was meant to reveal your power. There is a strength inside you that you've only begun to understand. Think about it. How many times have you been on the verge of giving up? How many times have you looked at your circumstances and thought, why me? Why is this happening to me? You are not alone in feeling that weight. Many who are chosen feel the exact same burden. The reason the enemy comes after you so fiercely is because he knows what you carry. He fears what will happen when you awaken to your true identity and divine purpose. If you ever fully realize the power that God has placed inside you, nothing would be able to stop you. But here's the secret the enemy doesn't want you to know. God has already given you everything you need to win. You are not walking this path alone. God has prepared you for every battle, and He has equipped you with armor that is far more powerful than anything the enemy can throw at you. This armor is not just physical protection. It is spiritual, celestial, and tailor-made for you. It has been designed to cover you in every battle, to guard you against the fiercest attacks, and to ensure that you come out victorious. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing on a battlefield. The wind is howling, arrows are flying through the air, and enemies are closing in from all directions. But you are not afraid. Why? Because you are not standing there unprotected. You are clothed in a brilliant, impenetrable armor, a shield of light, a beacon of divine power that surrounds you. This armor shines so brightly that your enemies tremble at the sight of you. This is not a fantasy. This is the armor of God, and every piece of it has a specific role to play in your spiritual protection. Let's start with the belt of truth. Why does this matter? In a soldier's armor, the belt is essential. It holds the entire armor in place. Without it, everything falls apart. You can have the strongest armor, but if it's not held together properly, it becomes useless, and you become vulnerable. In the same way, truth is what holds your spiritual armor together. It is the foundation of your defense. Without truth, everything else, your faith, your righteousness, your peace, becomes shaky and vulnerable to attack. But this truth is not just any truth. It is not a relative truth that changes with circumstances or opinions. No, this is eternal truth, the unchanging truth that comes from God alone. The truth that you are a beloved child of God, chosen for a higher purpose. The truth that nothing, absolutely nothing, can separate you from His love. When you wear the belt of truth, you are declaring to the enemy and the world, I know who I am. I know the one who called me, and I stand firm in this truth. Without this truth, doubts will begin to creep in. You will question your worth, your purpose, and eventually your faith will waver. But with the belt of truth firmly in place, no lie of the enemy can bring you down. Now, let's talk about the breastplate of righteousness. The breastplate protects the most vulnerable part of your body, your heart. The heart is the center of your emotions, your beliefs, and your spiritual life. The enemy knows this, and his greatest desire is to wound your heart. If he can corrupt your heart, he can control your entire life. He does this by throwing arrows of fear, guilt, shame, and anxiety at you. Fear that you're not enough, guilt over your past mistakes, shame that whispers you'll never be worthy, and anxiety that keeps you trapped in a cycle of worry. These arrows are designed to hit your heart, to make you question everything about yourself, to paralyze you in fear. But here's the powerful truth. You are not wearing a breastplate made of your own righteousness. It's not about how good you are or how perfect you've been. You are wearing the righteousness of Christ. When God looks at you, He doesn't see your failures or mistakes. He sees the perfection of His Son covering you. This breastplate is impenetrable. No accusation of the enemy can pierce it. No matter how hard the enemy tries to remind you of your past, to make you feel unworthy, you can stand tall and declare, I am righteous, not because of what I've done, but because of what Christ has done for me. This truth sets you free. You are not defined by your mistakes. You are defined by the righteousness of God that covers your heart, protecting you from every attack. It may seem strange to focus on something as simple as shoes in a discussion about spiritual warfare, but the shoes of the gospel of peace are critical. Imagine a soldier without proper footwear, trying to march across a battlefield littered with sharp rocks, thorns, and uneven ground. Even with the best armor, he would stumble, fall, and be unable to move forward. In the same way, without the peace that comes from the gospel, you cannot move forward in life. The gospel of peace is not just a vague sense of calm. It is the deep, abiding peace that comes from knowing that God is in control. This peace is not dependent on your circumstances. It doesn't waver when storms arise. It's the peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that holds you steady in the midst of chaos. These shoes allow you to walk confidently, no matter how treacherous the path ahead may seem. When fear tries to paralyze you, when uncertainty clouds your vision, these shoes remind you that God has already paved the way. Every step you take is guided by His peace, and because of that, you can walk forward boldly, knowing that no ground is too dangerous for you to traverse. Of all the pieces of armor, the shield of faith is perhaps the most important. The enemy is relentless in launching his fiery arrows, arrows of doubt, fear, anxiety, despair, all designed to bring you down. But it is your faith that extinguishes these arrows before they can reach you. However, here's something you need to understand. The shield of faith is not automatic. It doesn't work by simply existing in your life. You have to lift it. Faith is not passive. It is active. It is a daily choice to believe in God's promises, even when your circumstances scream the opposite. Faith is choosing to trust in God's goodness, even when fear is pounding at your door. Faith is not just for the good times. It is for the moments when everything seems to be falling apart. That's when you need to lift your shield the highest. When doubts come, does God really care about me? You lift your shield and say, I trust in God's love. When fear tries to cripple you, you declare, God is my refuge, my strength, my fortress. When anxiety tries to overwhelm you, you remind yourself, God is in control and He has a plan for my life. The helmet of salvation guards your mind. The enemy's goal is to infiltrate your thoughts, planting seeds of doubt, confusion, and despair. He knows that if he can control your mind, he can control your actions. But the helmet of salvation protects you from these mental attacks. When you wear the helmet of salvation, you are reminding yourself of who you are, a child of God, saved by grace and redeemed by Christ's blood. Your identity is secure. Your salvation is unshakable. When the enemy tries to make you doubt your worth or your relationship with God, you can confidently declare, my mind belongs to Christ. I am saved, and nothing can change that. The sword of the Spirit is the only offensive weapon in your spiritual armor. It is the word of God, sharper than any two-edged sword. With it, you don't just defend yourself, you advance. When Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, He didn't just stand there and endure the enemy's attacks. He fought back with the word of God, declaring, it is written. You have that same power. When anxiety tries to consume you, when fear tries to control you, when doubt tries to take root, you don't have to stand there and take it. You can wield the sword of the Spirit, speaking God's word over your life. Declare, it is written. God has not given me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Declare, it is written, greater is He who is in me than he who is in the world. The word of God is your weapon, and it is mighty to tear down every stronghold the enemy tries to build in your life. Finally, prayer is what activates your armor. Without prayer, the armor remains inactive. Prayer is not a last resort. It is your first line of defense. It is through prayer that you invite God into your battles. It is through prayer that you strengthen your faith, renew your mind, and wield the sword of the Spirit with power. Prayer is not just a defense mechanism, it is a weapon of attack. When you pray, the heavens move on your behalf. When you pray, God rises to fight for you. When you pray, spiritual forces of darkness are pushed back, and the enemy's plans are thwarted. Never underestimate the power of a life of prayer. It opens the gates of heaven and brings divine intervention into your life. You were chosen for something greater, and God has already provided everything you need to win. Don't give up. The victory is already yours. Every day, put on the armor of God, declare His promises over your life, lift the shield of faith, wield the sword of the Spirit, and watch as the impossible becomes possible. If this message has touched your heart, share it with others. Don't keep it to yourself. You might be the very channel God uses to transform someone's life. May you walk in the fullness of your calling. Remember, you are chosen, loved, and equipped for victory. Now let us pray together. Heavenly Father, we come before you with humble hearts, recognizing our need for your strength. Clothe us in your armor, Lord. Protect us, guide us, and help us stand firm in faith. Strengthen our hearts, renew our minds, and empower us to walk boldly in the purpose you have set before us. May your presence be with us always, and may we find rest in your unfailing love. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. If this message resonates with you, don't leave without taking action. Leave a comment, connect with this community, and take your place in God's movement. Together, we are stronger. Together, we are victorious. One of the deepest desires in the hearts of believers is to know they are walking on the right path, the path ordained by God. Every follower of Christ yearns for the reassurance that their choices, their sacrifices, and their daily walk are aligned with the will of the Creator. Thankfully, God does not leave His children in darkness. Through the Holy Spirit, through the Scriptures, and through our life experiences, we can discern whether or not we are following His divine plan. The Bible teaches that walking the right path doesn't mean we are exempt from difficulties. In fact, it often means the opposite. As Jesus Himself warned in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Our challenges, however, are not signs of being astray, but rather affirmations that we are walking the narrow road that few find. As we explore the signs that indicate you are on the right path, you will find encouragement and spiritual clarity, and you'll understand that the right path is not about ease, but about purpose, holiness, and God's presence. The first and perhaps most telling sign that you are walking on God's path is rejection by the world. As followers of Christ, we must expect that the world will not welcome or embrace us. Jesus made this abundantly clear when He said, "If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first." There is an inherent tension between the values of the kingdom of God and those of the world. When we stand for holiness, purity, love, and righteousness, we inevitably come into conflict with a world driven by selfish ambition, greed, and moral decay. The world rejects the light because it exposes the darkness within. In John 3:19-20, Jesus explains that light has come into the world, but people loved darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil. When we, as believers, live in a way that reflects Jesus, we become a mirror of His light, and in that reflection, the world sees its own sinfulness. This discomfort often manifests as hostility. If your faith causes discomfort to those around you, if your values seem countercultural, and if your beliefs are labeled as old-fashioned or intolerant, this is a clear sign you are on the right path. The world's rejection is not a cause for sorrow, but for joy. Jesus said in Matthew 5:11-12, "Blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven." Thus, when the world turns its back on you, you are reminded that your citizenship is in heaven, not on earth. To walk the right path is to live counter to the culture. Consider the examples of biblical figures like Noah, who in a world of rampant sin was found righteous in God's eyes. He was mocked and ridiculed as he built the ark, but he remained steadfast in obedience to God's voice. Similarly, Daniel refused to conform to the ways of Babylon, choosing instead to maintain his devotion to God, even when it meant facing the lion's den. In each of these cases, rejection by society was a badge of honor because it marked them as faithful to God, not the world. As modern believers, we too are called to be different. This difference might be subtle: the refusal to engage in workplace gossip, a commitment to honesty in business transactions, or choosing to spend time in prayer rather than pursuing worldly entertainment. But it is in these choices, often unnoticed by the world, that we reflect the character of Christ. The second sign that you are walking on the right path is the unmistakable presence of God in the midst of your trials. Life is filled with difficulties, and the Christian journey is no exception. In fact, trials often serve as a testing ground for our faith. The difference for believers is that we do not walk through these trials alone. God's presence is with us, guiding us, strengthening us, and assuring us that we are not forsaken. Isaiah 43:2 provides one of the most comforting promises in Scripture. "When you pass through the waters, I will be with you, and when you pass through the rivers, they will not sweep over you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, the flames will not set you ablaze." Notice that Isaiah does not say if, but when you pass through the waters and fires of life. Trials are not optional for the Christian, but neither is God's presence during those trials. He promises to be with us, not just sending angels or help from afar, but being personally present in our struggles. One of the clearest examples of this is found in the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. When these three men refused to bow to King Nebuchadnezzar's idol, they were thrown into a blazing furnace. But in the midst of that fire, they were not alone. Nebuchadnezzar himself exclaimed, "I see 4 men walking in the fire, unbound and unharmed, and the fourth looks like a son of the gods." God did not prevent them from entering the fire, but he walked with them through it, and they emerged without even the smell of smoke on their clothes. Suffering teaches us something that comfort cannot. It is in the valleys of life that we experience God's presence most profoundly. Job, a man described as blameless and upright, went through intense suffering, losing everything: his wealth, his children, his health. Yet in the end, Job declared, "My ears had heard of you, but now my eyes have seen you." Through his trials, Job came to know God in a deeper, more intimate way than ever before. Similarly, the Apostle Paul understood that suffering was a pathway to knowing Christ more fully. In Philippians 3:10, Paul writes, "I want to know Christ, yes, to know the power of his resurrection and participation in his sufferings, becoming like him in his death." There are aspects of God's character and his love that can only be revealed when we walk through pain and adversity. This is why trials, though painful, can also be seen as a confirmation that we are on the right path. A third sign that you are on the right path is the presence of an inner peace that transcends the chaos of the world around you. This peace is not the absence of conflict or trouble, but a deep, abiding confidence in God's sovereignty and goodness, regardless of circumstances. The Apostle Paul describes this peace in Philippians 4:7, "And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." One of the most powerful examples of this peace is found in the Gospel of Mark, where Jesus is asleep in a boat during a violent storm. The disciples, terrified by the storm, wake Jesus in a panic, asking, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" Jesus gets up, rebukes the wind and the waves, and then turns to his disciples, asking, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" In this story, Jesus demonstrates the peace that comes from knowing and trusting the Father's plan. He was not disturbed by the storm because he knew who controlled it. As believers, we are invited to experience this same peace. Even when life's storms rage around us, financial troubles, relationship challenges, health issues, we can rest in the knowledge that God is in control. This peace is a sign that we are on the right path because it is a gift that God gives to those who trust Him completely. Moses, in leading the Israelites through the vast and perilous wilderness, encountered immense obstacles, from guiding a rebellious people to navigating treacherous terrain. Yet, despite the weight of these challenges, Moses pressed on with unwavering faith, sustained by one crucial promise: God's abiding presence. In Exodus 33:14, God reassured Moses with these profound words, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." This promise encapsulates the heart of divine peace, a peace not found in the absence of difficulty, but in the steadfast assurance that God walks beside us, providing strength and guidance. For Moses, the knowledge of God's presence was the anchor that kept him grounded amidst the chaos and uncertainty of leading a nation. Though the path ahead was fraught with adversity, Moses did not rely on his own strength, but on the certainty that God was intimately involved in every step of the journey. This sense of divine companionship granted him rest, a rest that was deeper than physical relief, but a profound inner peace rooted in trust. When we encounter situations in life that would naturally provoke fear or anxiety, whether in relationships, careers, or personal struggles, and yet we find ourselves inexplicably at peace, this is a powerful sign that God is with us. It is a spiritual calmness that transcends human understanding, as described in Philippians 4:7, where the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus. Such peace is not an indication that the journey will be easy, but rather a confirmation that, despite the trials, we are walking in step with God's will. It is His presence that transforms turmoil into tranquility, assuring us that we are not alone and that His sovereign hand is guiding us forward. Another sign that you are on the right path is your unwavering commitment to God's standards, even in the face of pressure to compromise. The world is constantly inviting us to lower our standards, to take the easy road, to blend in rather than stand out. But those who walk the right path refuse to compromise their faith, no matter the cost. In Acts 4, Peter and John were commanded by the religious leaders to stop speaking in the name of Jesus. Their response was resolute. Which is right in God's eyes, to listen to you or to Him? You be the judges. As for us, we cannot help speaking about what we have seen and heard. Peter and John knew that obeying God was more important than obeying human authorities, even when that obedience led to persecution. Similarly, Daniel refused to defile himself with the king's food in Babylon, despite the pressure to conform. Joseph fled from Potiphar's wife, choosing to uphold his purity even when it meant imprisonment. These men were willing to endure suffering because they valued their relationship with God above all else. Jesus made it clear that following him would not be easy. In Matthew 10:34-36 he said, "Do not suppose that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to turn a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies will be the members of his own household." This statement might seem harsh, but it underscores the reality that following Christ requires absolute loyalty, even when it costs us relationships, comfort, or worldly success. When your commitment to God's standards starts to create tension in your relationships or causes you to stand out at work or in your community, it can be a clear indication that you are walking the path of righteousness. This tension often arises because the values of the world contrast sharply with the values of God's kingdom. As you strive to live a life rooted in holiness, integrity, and truth, you may find that others, whether friends, family, or colleagues, do not always understand or support your choices. The pressure to conform to worldly standards can feel overwhelming, but it is in these moments of friction that God's presence is most tangible. Jesus himself warned of this reality, telling his disciples in John 15:19, "If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you." Choosing to uphold God's standards in a world that often celebrates compromise will set you apart, sometimes making you feel isolated. Yet, this very separation is a sign that you are aligning yourself more closely with Christ, who was also rejected by the world for his unwavering obedience to the Father. Although the path of righteousness can feel lonely at times, it is never devoid of God's presence. In Matthew 28:20, Jesus assures us, "I am with you always, even to the end of the age." This promise serves as a powerful reminder that while the world may misunderstand or even oppose us, we are never alone. God walks with us, offering strength and comfort as we stay faithful to his ways. The tension and challenges you face for standing firm in your beliefs are not obstacles, but confirmations that you are walking in step with God's will, and his presence will sustain you through every trial. Walking the right path is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The signs we've discussed, rejection by the world, God's presence in trials, inner peace, and an uncompromising faith, are clear indicators that you are walking according to God's will. These signs remind us that the path we walk is not about avoiding difficulty or seeking worldly approval, but about aligning our lives with God's eternal purposes. As you take time to reflect on your own spiritual journey, take comfort and encouragement in the knowledge that God is always with you. He is guiding you through the storms of life, offering you peace when the world around you is in turmoil, and giving you the strength to stand firm in your faith. Life's trials may be challenging, but each one is an opportunity to grow closer to God and experience his presence more deeply. Remember that, as the Bible says in Isaiah 41:10, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." His promise to never leave or forsake you is what carries you through every difficulty. The narrow path that leads to life is often difficult and lonely, but stay the course, trusting that the eternal rewards far outweigh the temporary challenges. When you remain faithful and committed to God's ways, you will experience a peace that surpasses all understanding and a deeper connection to the Creator who walks beside you every step of the way. His love, strength, and guidance are your anchors in the storms of life. As you continue your journey, remember to surround yourself with others who can encourage and uplift you in your faith. And if you found these insights helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel for more content on spiritual growth and deepening your walk with God. Your support means a lot, and by subscribing, you'll be joining a community of believers striving to live in alignment with God's purpose. Thank you for being part of this journey, and may God continue to bless you as you walk the path with faith and courage.
Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly attract success, love, and happiness, while others struggle with constant obstacles? Could there be a hidden force shaping our experiences, one that we're not fully tapping into? The truth is, everything in this universe, including you, is made of energy. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, every action you take emits a vibration that interacts with the world around you. But what happens when you learn to control those vibrations, when you can align your energy with the life you truly desire? In this video, we'll explore the profound impact of vibrating correctly and how understanding this one principle can transform your life in magical ways. You'll discover how your energy attracts or repels the very things you seek, and what you can do to master this energetic flow to manifest your dreams effortlessly. Are you ready to unlock the secrets of energy and vibration? If so, hit the subscribe button and join our community, where we explore spiritual wisdom, hidden truths, and tools to elevate your vibration every single day. Your journey to becoming a conscious creator of your reality starts here. Let's dive in. Energy is not a concept limited to physics or metaphysics. It is the very essence of life itself. From the breath you take to the emotions you feel, energy flows through you in an endless current. It sustains you, connects you to others, and interacts with everything in your environment. The universe is made of energy vibrating at different frequencies. Even though we perceive solid objects, they are not truly solid at the atomic level. Everything is in constant motion, vibrating at a particular frequency, and the same goes for our thoughts, emotions, and actions. These vibrations form a feedback loop between you and the universe, determining the circumstances you experience. This vibrational exchange works much like a radio transmitter. Every moment you're sending out an energetic frequency, your unique vibration, into the universe. And here's the incredible part. The universe is always listening. It responds to the energy you're emitting by bringing experiences, people, and opportunities that align with your frequency. Whether you're aware of it or not, this energetic exchange is happening all the time. The key to unlocking your true potential lies in becoming conscious of the vibrations you're sending out. When you learn to intentionally align your energy with what you desire, you begin to attract the life you've always envisioned. Every action, from the simplest tasks like breathing or walking to more complex thoughts and emotions, requires energy. Your emotions, whether they are positive or negative, carry their own distinct vibrational patterns. Positive emotions such as love, joy, and gratitude resonate at high frequencies, while emotions like anger, fear, and frustration vibrate at lower frequencies. The higher your vibration, the more aligned you are with the energies of abundance, peace, and harmony. Consider the moments in your life when you felt truly at peace or profoundly joyful. In those moments, you were emitting a high-frequency energy that was in sync with the flow of the universe. Conversely, think about the times when you were overwhelmed by anger or stress. In those instances, your vibration was lower, and you likely noticed that negative experiences seemed to multiply around you. This brings us to a profound realization. You are a co-creator of your reality, and the energy you emit plays a crucial role in shaping your life. To change your external circumstances, you must first change your internal energy. The concept that like attracts like is not just a philosophical idea, it is a vibrational law. You are a magnet, continuously drawing experiences, people, and opportunities that match the energy you are putting out into the world. This is often referred to as the law of attraction, but to understand it fully, we must explore how it works on an energetic level. Each thought you have generates an energy wave, a specific frequency that ripples out into the universe. These waves interact with the universal field of energy, attracting similar frequencies. This is why when you focus on positive outcomes and maintain an optimistic mindset, you tend to attract positive experiences. Similarly, when your mind is consumed with worry, fear, or negativity, you often find yourself surrounded by challenges that reinforce those states of being. It's not just about thinking positively, however. While your thoughts initiate the vibration, it is your emotional state that amplifies it. The combination of thought and emotion creates a powerful energetic signal that the universe responds to. Your emotions act as the fuel that propels your thoughts into reality. This is why when you are truly passionate about something, or when you feel intense gratitude or love, you often see faster and more profound manifestations. But the opposite is also true. Negative emotions like fear and doubt can cancel out positive thoughts, sending mixed signals to the universe. For example, you may desire abundance, but if you constantly worry about money or feel unworthy of wealth, your energetic vibration is not aligned with the abundance you seek. The universe, in turn, mirrors this discord by presenting situations that reinforce scarcity or lack. To harness the power of the law of attraction, it is essential to align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with what you want to create. This means not only thinking about your desires, but feeling as though they are already yours. When you resonate at the frequency of abundance, love, or success, you become a magnet for experiences that match that vibration. At the core of your energy field lies your belief system. Your beliefs, both conscious and subconscious, shape the way you see the world and how you interact with it. These beliefs, whether empowering or limiting, send out powerful energetic signals that influence your reality. For example, if you believe that you are worthy of love, your energy will naturally attract loving relationships. However, if you hold a deep-seated belief that you are unworthy or not good enough, this belief will taint your energy, causing you to repel or sabotage potential connections. The universe mirrors back to you not what you want, but what you believe at the deepest level. Your beliefs act as filters, determining how you interpret and respond to experiences. This is why two people can face the same situation and have completely different outcomes. One may see an opportunity for growth and success, while the other may see only obstacles and failure. The difference lies in their internal belief systems, which influence the energy they emit. Many of our beliefs are formed in childhood, shaped by our environment, family, and society. While some beliefs serve us, others can become obstacles that limit our potential. Identifying and transforming limiting beliefs is a crucial step in mastering your energy and manifesting the life you desire. One powerful method for changing limiting beliefs is through the use of affirmations and visualization. By consistently affirming new, empowering beliefs and visualizing yourself living in alignment with those beliefs, you begin to shift your energetic vibration. Over time, this new vibration will attract experiences that match your elevated state of being. Emotions are the bridge between thought and manifestation. While thoughts create the blueprint for your reality, emotions are the driving force that brings those thoughts to life. Learning to master your emotional energy is key to becoming a conscious creator of your experience. Each emotion you feel has a corresponding vibration, and this vibration influences the energy you emit into the world. High vibration emotions such as love, joy, and gratitude elevate your energy, making you a magnet for positive experiences. Low vibration emotions like fear, anger, and sadness lower your energy, attracting challenges and difficulties. The goal is not to suppress or deny negative emotions, but to learn how to process and transmute them into higher states of being. Emotional mastery involves becoming aware of your emotional triggers and learning how to respond to them in a healthy, conscious way. For instance, when you feel anger rising rather than reacting impulsively, take a moment to breathe and acknowledge the emotion. Recognize that anger is simply energy, and by shifting your focus, you can transform it into something more constructive. This might involve finding the lesson in the situation, practicing forgiveness, or shifting your attention to what you are grateful for. Gratitude, in particular, is a powerful emotion that can quickly elevate your energy. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you raise your vibration and align yourself with the energy of abundance. The more you practice gratitude, the more you attract experiences that give you even more reasons to feel grateful. Our relationships play a significant role in shaping our energy. We are constantly exchanging energy with those around us, and the people we spend the most time with can either uplift us or drain our energy. This is why it is essential to be mindful of the relationships we cultivate and the environments we place ourselves in. Have you ever spent time with someone who made you feel exhausted or depleted, even though no physical activity was involved? This is an example of an energetic imbalance. When we engage with individuals who vibrate at a lower frequency or who are consistently negative, their energy can pull us down, affecting our own vibration. On the other hand, being around people who radiate positivity, love, and encouragement can elevate our energy, making us feel inspired and rejuvenated. The energy of relationships is reciprocal. What we give, we often receive in return. Therefore, it is vital to surround ourselves with individuals who reflect the energy we wish to embody. This does not mean abandoning people who are going through difficult times, but rather being conscious of how much energy we are giving and receiving in each interaction. Setting energetic boundaries is a form of self-care that ensures we maintain our vibrational integrity while still being compassionate and supportive. One way to protect your energy is to practice visualization techniques that shield you from negative influences. For instance, you can imagine yourself surrounded by a protective bubble of white light, which allows positive energy in but keeps negativity at bay. By doing this, you maintain your energetic equilibrium while still being able to engage with the world around you. As energetic beings, we each have a unique purpose and mission in this world. This purpose is not something we must struggle to discover. It is already within us, waiting to be awakened. Your purpose is the reason you are here, and when you align your energy with it, everything in your life falls into place. Many people spend their lives searching for meaning, feeling lost or disconnected from their true selves. This disconnection often arises when we are living out of alignment with our soul's calling. When we ignore our inner guidance and pursue goals that are not in harmony with our higher purpose, we experience a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction, no matter how successful we may appear to others. To align with your purpose, you must first connect with your inner self. This involves quieting the noise of the external world and tuning in to the subtle energies of your soul. Meditation, mindfulness, and spending time in nature are powerful tools for cultivating this inner connection. When you are attuned to your inner guidance, you will begin to receive intuitive nudges that lead you towards your purpose. Once you have clarity on your purpose, the next step is to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with it. This may involve making significant changes in your life, such as leaving a job that no longer serves you, or pursuing a passion that you have long neglected. While these changes may feel challenging at first, they will ultimately bring you into greater alignment with the energy of your soul. Taking care of your energy is just as important as taking care of your physical body. In fact, the two are deeply interconnected. When your energy is balanced and flowing smoothly, your physical health improves, and you experience greater vitality and well-being. Conversely, when your energy is blocked or depleted, it can manifest as physical illness or emotional distress. Energetic self-care involves practices that cleanse, balance, and replenish your energy field. One of the most effective ways to care for your energy is through meditation. Meditation helps to calm the mind, release stress, and restore the flow of energy throughout the body. Even a few minutes of daily meditation can have profound effects on your energy levels and overall well-being. In addition to meditation, grounding practices such as walking barefoot on the earth, spending time in nature, and practicing yoga can help you reconnect with the natural flow of energy. These activities bring you back into harmony with the Earth's energy field, which is essential for maintaining balance in your own energetic system. Another important aspect of energetic self-care is setting boundaries. This means knowing when to say no to situations, people, or environments that drain your energy. It also involves protecting your energy from negative influences, whether they come from external sources or from your own internal thoughts and emotions. Lastly, remember that the energy you give to others must be replenished. It is easy to fall into the habit of giving more than you receive, especially in relationships or work environments. However, to maintain your vibrational health, it is crucial to balance giving with receiving. This might involve practicing self-compassion, allowing yourself time to rest, or engaging in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. You are far more powerful than you realize. By understanding and mastering the energy you emit, you have the ability to shape your reality, attract your deepest desires, and live in harmony with the universe. The journey towards becoming a conscious creator begins with awareness of your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and the energy they generate. As you move forward on this path, remember that the universe is always responding to the signals you send out. By aligning your energy with love, abundance, and purpose, you open yourself up to a life of limitless possibilities. You are not merely a participant in the cosmic dance. You are a co-creator, and the universe eagerly awaits your harmonious vibrations. Trust in the power of your energy. Trust in the universe. And most importantly, trust in yourself. When you do, you will discover that the life you desire is not only possible, but inevitable.
What if the day you were born wasn't just an ordinary day, but a cosmic key to unlocking your higher purpose? What if your birth date contains the blueprint of your soul's potential, pointing to a spiritual destiny that you might only be beginning to understand? Whether you've pondered these questions before, or this is your first encounter with such an idea, you're about to embark on a profound journey, one that could shift your perception of life, destiny, and the universe itself. In this video, we'll explore the ancient wisdom surrounding birth dates, astrology, numerology, and the signs that may indicate you have a spiritual destiny. Whether you feel a deep sense of purpose within you, or are simply curious about what the universe might have in store, this detailed exploration will offer insights, guidance, and a deeper understanding of your personal journey. The idea of being spiritually selected, or chosen, is a concept that has echoed through religious and spiritual beliefs for millennia. It appears in sacred texts, from the prophets of the Bible to the enlightened beings of Buddhist teachings, and in modern spirituality. But what does it truly mean to be chosen? Is it a gift, a burden, or perhaps both? In some traditions, being chosen means being a messenger, an intermediary between the divine and humanity. These individuals are often believed to have unique insights, powers, or responsibilities that set them apart. They may be seen as healers, visionaries, or spiritual guides, endowed with the ability to lead others toward greater understanding and awakening. However, being chosen is not always depicted as a privilege. It often comes with immense challenges, as seen in the lives of figures like Moses, who led his people through immense hardship, or Joan of Arc, whose faith drove her to victory but also led to her eventual martyrdom. It's important to note that the concept of being chosen is not about superiority. It's not about being better than others. Instead, it suggests that some individuals may have a specific role or purpose within the grand tapestry of existence. In many spiritual traditions, everyone is chosen in their own way. Each of us has a unique purpose to fulfill, though the paths we take and the gifts we are given may vary. Your birth date has long been considered a key to understanding your spiritual potential in numerous cultures. The moment you were born is thought to carry the energy of the celestial alignments at that time, infusing you with certain traits, challenges, and possibilities. From the cosmic rhythm of the planets to the mystical significance of numbers, your birth date can be seen as a roadmap to your spiritual destiny. Let's explore some of the key spiritual lenses through which your birth date might be interpreted. Astrology, the ancient study of the stars and their influence on human affairs, offers one of the most well-known frameworks for understanding the significance of birth dates. The idea behind astrology is that the movements and alignments of celestial bodies at the time of your birth influence your personality, your strengths, and your spiritual path. Your zodiac sign, determined by the position of the sun on the day you were born, is just one piece of the astrological puzzle. Each planet in our solar system is associated with different aspects of life and personality. For example, Mercury governs communication, Venus rules love and relationships, and Saturn influences discipline and life lessons. The intricate relationships between these planets, as mapped out in your birth chart, are believed to shape who you are on a deeper level. Individuals born under water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, are often seen as highly intuitive, emotionally attuned, and spiritually sensitive. Water signs are connected to the realms of emotion, dreams, and psychic awareness. Many astrologers believe that those with strong water sign influences in their charts are natural empaths, healers, or spiritual guides. They have an innate ability to sense the energies around them and often feel deeply connected to the spiritual dimensions of life. On the other hand, those born under fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, may be seen as spiritual leaders, capable of inspiring others with their passion, courage, and vision. Fire signs are associated with creativity, action, and transformation. These individuals may feel a burning desire to make a significant impact on the world, often through leadership roles or spiritual teachings that encourage others to embrace their own inner power. While your sun sign provides insight into your core personality, it's the aspects between the planets in your birth chart that reveal the nuances of your spiritual potential. Harmonious aspects like trines, 120-degree angles between planets such as Neptune, the planet of spirituality, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, with personal planets like the sun or moon, are often seen as indicators of spiritual gifts. Those with these alignments may find that spiritual wisdom comes naturally to them, and they may have an innate ability to guide others on their own spiritual journeys. Another point of interest in many astrological charts is the placement of Chiron, a celestial body often referred to as the wounded healer, a title inspired by Greek mythology. In myth, Chiron was a wise and compassionate centaur who, despite his extraordinary healing abilities, could not heal his own wound. This paradox symbolizes a powerful spiritual lesson. Our deepest wounds, when confronted and understood, can become the very source of our greatest strengths and gifts to the world. In astrology, Chiron represents the areas of life where we experience our deepest pain, insecurities, or trauma. Yet, it is also where we hold the greatest potential for personal transformation and healing. Individuals with a prominent Chiron placement in their birth chart are often called to heal others, not through perfection, but by sharing the wisdom they've gained through their own struggles. They may find that the very wounds which once caused them suffering become the source of empathy, insight, and a profound ability to guide others through similar challenges. In many ways, Chiron teaches us that it is through embracing our vulnerabilities that we unlock our most powerful gifts. If astrology offers insights through the stars, numerology provides a way of decoding the spiritual significance of numbers. In numerology, each number is thought to vibrate with a particular energy, and the numbers derived from your birth date can reveal profound insights into your life path, purpose, and spiritual potential. One of the foundational concepts in numerology is the life path number, which is calculated by reducing the digits of your birth date to a single number. For example, if you were born on September 15, 1990, you would calculate your life path number as follows. 9 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0 equals 34, then 3 plus 4 equals Yeram. In this example, your life path number would be 7, a number associated with spirituality, wisdom, and introspection. Each life path number is associated with different characteristics and potential destinies. Some numbers, such as 11, 22, and 33, are considered master numbers in numerology and are believed to carry special spiritual significance. Those with these numbers may feel a heightened sense of responsibility to fulfill their spiritual potential and to serve others in meaningful ways. Let's take a brief look at the significance of each life path number. Life Path 1: Leadership, Independence, and Originality. Those with a Life Path 1 are often seen as trailblazers, forging new paths in their spiritual and personal lives. Life Path 2: Cooperation, Diplomacy, and Sensitivity. These individuals are natural peacemakers and may feel drawn to healing relationships and fostering harmony. Life Path 3: Creativity, Self-expression, and Joy. People with a Life Path 3 often bring light to others through their creative or artistic talents. Life Path 4: Stability, Practicality, and Determination. Those with this life path may find their spiritual calling in grounding and supporting others through difficult times. Life Path 5: Freedom, Adventure, and Adaptability. People with a Life Path 5 often feel called to explore different spiritual philosophies and ways of being. Life Path 6: Harmony, Responsibility, and Nurturing. These individuals are often caregivers or healers, dedicated to making the world a better place. Life Path 7: Analysis, Spirituality, and Wisdom. Life Path 7 is deeply introspective, often drawn to mystical or spiritual studies. Life Path 8: Authority, Material Success, and Power. Life Path 8: Individuals may feel called to use their influence for positive change, balancing spiritual and material success. Life Path 9: Humanitarianism, Compassion, and Artistic Talents. Those with a Life Path 9 often feel a strong desire to serve humanity and to contribute to the greater good. In addition to the general principles of astrology and numerology, certain dates are considered particularly significant in spiritual traditions. These dates may be linked to celestial events, repeating number patterns, or other mystical associations. Let's take a closer look at some of these key dates and what they might signify. January 1st. As the first day of the Gregorian calendar year, January 1st is often associated with new beginnings and leadership. Those born on this day may have a pioneering spirit and a natural ability to inspire others. February 29th. This rare birthday, which only occurs in leap years, is sometimes associated with unique destiny. Those born on this day may be seen as having special gifts or an unusual life path, often linked to heightened intuition or psychic abilities. March 21st, the spring equinox in the Northern Hemisphere. March 21st marks the astrological new year and the start of the zodiac with Aries. It symbolizes rebirth and new beginnings. Individuals born on this day might be natural leaders with a strong drive to initiate change. April 11th. In numerology, this date reduces to the master number 11, associated with spiritual insight and enlightenment. People born on this date are often believed to have a strong connection to the spiritual realm and may be natural visionaries or inspirational figures. May 5th. The repeating number pattern of 5/5 in numerology is associated with change and freedom. Those born on this day may have a natural adaptability and a talent for inspiring others to embrace personal growth and transformation. June 21st, the summer solstice in the Northern Hemisphere. June 21st is the longest day of the year. It is associated with light, growth, and nurturing. Individuals born on this day may have a natural ability to care for and support others in their spiritual development. July 7th. The repeating number 7/7 is significant in many spiritual traditions, as 7 is often considered a deeply spiritual number. Those born on this date may have a natural affinity for spiritual studies and practices. August 8th. The repeating number 8/8 is associated in numerology with power, authority, and material success. In a spiritual context, this could translate to the power to effect positive change and the responsibility to use material success for higher purposes. September 9th. The date 9/9 resonates with the energies of the number 9, which represents completion, humanitarianism, and spiritual wisdom. Those born on this day may feel a strong call to serve humanity and share their spiritual insights. October 10th. This date reduces to 1 in numerology, representing new beginnings. In the context of the 10th month, it may indicate someone who can initiate new spiritual cycles or teachings. November 11th. The date 11/11 is considered highly significant in many spiritual circles. It is associated with spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and the bridging of the physical and spiritual realms. Those born on this day may be natural light workers or spiritual teachers. December 21st. The winter solstice in the Northern Hemisphere, December 21st, marks the longest night of the year and the gradual return of light. It is associated with rebirth and transformation. Individuals born on this day may have a natural ability to guide others through periods of darkness towards spiritual illumination. These are just a few examples of dates considered spiritually significant in various traditions. It's important to remember that every day holds the potential for spiritual significance, and individuals born on any date can embark on a meaningful spiritual journey. Your birth date might offer interesting insights into your potential spiritual gifts or challenges, but it doesn't predetermine your path. Ultimately, it's your choices, actions, and dedication to personal growth that shape your spiritual journey. You might be wondering if there are any signs or experiences that could suggest you're one of the chosen ones. While there are no definitive answers, certain traits and life experiences may hint at a deeper spiritual role. Here are some potential indicators. One sign is strong intuition. If you often have gut feelings that turn out to be correct or experience déjà vu frequently, this heightened sense of knowing might point to a deeper connection with spiritual truths. Similarly, individuals with empathic abilities can easily sense and absorb others' emotions, sometimes feeling overwhelmed in crowded places. This heightened emotional sensitivity is often seen as a marker of spiritual empathy. Another clue could be your vivid dreams, which are often prophetic or filled with symbolic messages that feel significant. Many believe dreams can serve as a communication channel between the spiritual realm and us. Likewise, if you frequently encounter synchronicities, meaningful coincidences that seem too perfect to be random, these may be guiding signs from the universe, pointing you toward your spiritual path. Some people possess natural healing abilities, where others feel better simply in their presence, or they have a knack for saying just the right words to comfort or heal others, emotionally or spiritually. Coupled with this, if you have always felt an attraction to spiritual topics like philosophy, spirituality, or the mysteries of the universe, this intellectual curiosity could be a sign of a spiritual calling. You might also feel different from others, like you don't quite fit into societal norms or expectations, as if you're meant for something greater or different. This sense of not belonging could be an indicator that your soul carries a unique purpose. Alongside this, if you have a strong sense of purpose despite any uncertainty, you may feel a persistent inner calling to make a significant impact on the world, even if you're not entirely sure how yet. Some individuals experience unexplained phenomena, paranormal or spiritual encounters that defy logical explanation, such as visions or overwhelming spiritual connections. These occurrences can be another clue toward a divine mission. Lastly, having heightened sensitivity to energies, environments, or even certain foods might indicate a spiritual awareness that allows you to tune into energies others may not perceive. While these traits might suggest a spiritual calling, they are not exclusive to chosen ones. Everyone has the potential for spiritual growth and to positively impact the world. If you resonate with these experiences, it might be worth exploring your spiritual path more deeply. However, even without grand signs, a quiet sense of purpose or a deepening connection to the divine can also indicate a special spiritual role. While the idea of being chosen may suggest a predetermined destiny, it's essential to understand the role free will plays in your spiritual journey. Your birth date, astrological chart, or numerological profile may suggest certain potentials or tendencies, but they do not dictate a fixed path. You always have the power to choose how to live, grow, and evolve. Being born on a spiritually significant date doesn't guarantee enlightenment or a specific destiny. It's up to you to recognize your potential and act on it. Conversely, being born on any other date doesn't limit your capacity for spiritual growth or leadership. Free will means that you have the ability to shape your own spiritual path. You can choose to develop your intuitive gifts, seek knowledge, practice compassion, or ignore these aspects altogether. The choice is yours. This interplay between potential and choice creates a dynamic spiritual journey. Your birth date might offer a starting point or a hint at your spiritual potential, but it's your decisions and actions that truly define your path. True spiritual growth often comes from consciously choosing to align with your higher purpose, regardless of the date you were born. Recognizing your spiritual potential is just the first step. To truly harness and develop your gifts, a lifelong journey of dedication, practice, and patience is required. One powerful way to cultivate your abilities is through meditation, which helps quiet the mind, enhances intuition, and deepens your connection to your higher self. Through meditation, you can unlock greater spiritual awareness and insight. Along with this, practicing mindfulness, the art of being fully present in each moment, heightens your sensitivity to the spiritual world, allowing you to tune into subtle energies and divine guidance. Another key element in spiritual growth is study. Exploring various spiritual traditions, philosophies, and practices broadens your perspective, offering valuable knowledge that can enhance your journey. Keeping a journal of your dreams, intuitions, and spiritual experiences can provide a space to track your progress, process emotions, and gain deeper insights into your personal spiritual path. Engaging in energy work, whether through Reiki or yoga, can help you attune to the subtle energies around you, strengthening your ability to heal and support others. Likewise, spending time in nature helps ground your spirit, providing a direct link to the divine and fostering a sense of harmony with the natural world. Another essential practice is service to others. By engaging in selfless acts of kindness and compassion, you not only grow spiritually but also understand your role in the larger web of existence. Tools like divination, such as tarot or the I Ching, can also serve as guides, helping you develop your intuition and navigate your spiritual path with clarity. Reinforcing your spiritual potential with positive affirmations, spoken words of truth and power, can further align you with your highest self. Finally, surrounding yourself with a community of like-minded individuals provides valuable support, shared learning, and encouragement. A spiritual community offers insight, connection, and the opportunity for collective growth, all of which are vital on your journey to nurturing your spiritual gifts. Remember, what works for one person may not work for another. Be patient with yourself and trust your own path of discovery. If you believe you're chosen or spiritually gifted, it's crucial to approach this belief with humility and responsibility. Being chosen isn't about superiority or special privileges. Instead, it's about having a specific role to play in the greater tapestry of existence. True spiritual leaders don't seek power or acclaim for themselves. They serve others, work for the greater good, and use their gifts to uplift humanity. They understand that their abilities come with a profound responsibility to make a positive impact on the world. This responsibility extends to continuous self-improvement and ethical living. It means striving to embody the spiritual principles you believe in, even when it's challenging. It involves using your insights or abilities not for personal gain, but to help guide others on their spiritual journeys. Your birth date may offer clues about your spiritual path, but it doesn't define you. Every soul has a unique purpose. Your task is to discover that purpose and live it fully. Whether chosen or not, you have the power to make your life spiritually meaningful through your choices and actions. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Has your birthday played a significant role in your spiritual journey? Share your experiences in the comments below, and for more spiritual videos, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Be sure to watch our other videos as well and keep seeking, growing, and shining your light in the world.
If you're here watching this, it's no coincidence. The universe has led you to this moment, a moment that holds the potential to unlock something deep within you, a truth that you've perhaps sensed but never fully understood. You didn't just stumble upon this video. You were guided here because there's something inside you that needs to be awakened. There are many chosen ones, but only a few among them are destined for something far greater. If this resonates with you, if you feel the energy in these words, then chances are you are among the most powerful chosen ones. You may have already felt it in your core. Your path is not like anyone else's. Even among other spiritually awakened souls, you stand apart. You possess a unique energy, a light that shines brighter, a purpose that is far-reaching and profound. There's a reason for the trials you've faced, the unusual experiences you've had, and the extraordinary resilience you've shown. These are not random events, but are part of your divine journey, shaping you into the spiritual leader you are meant to be. In this video, we will explore what it means to be one of the most powerful chosen ones. We will uncover the uncommon traits that set you apart, the challenges that have strengthened you, and the signs that confirm your sacred role in this world. By the end of this journey, you will not only recognize your immense power, but also learn how to fully embrace and step into it. To understand what makes you one of the most powerful chosen ones, we first need to explore what it means to be a chosen one in general. A chosen one is not just someone who feels spiritually inclined or who experiences moments of deep insight. No, a chosen one is someone selected by the universe, by a higher power, to fulfill a divine mission that transcends the material world. Being a chosen one means you are in tune with your spirituality in a way that others may find difficult to comprehend. You often feel a calling to guide others, to lead them toward their own awakening, and to help them navigate the complexities of life and spirit. There's an inner knowing, a deep sense that your existence is tied to a higher purpose, even if you're still unraveling exactly what that is. You are here not just to live your life, but to uplift humanity, to bring light where there is darkness, and to help elevate the collective consciousness. However, not all chosen ones are the same. While many are just beginning their journey, still learning their purpose, there are others who have fully awakened to their power. These individuals have surpassed the usual trials of spiritual growth and now operate on a higher plane of existence. These are the most powerful chosen ones, the rare few who are destined to lead not just the spiritually curious, but even other chosen ones. And if you're reading this, it's very likely that you are among this select group. Your role in the universe is far greater than you may have been led to believe. You are not here simply to inspire or to guide. You are here to transform the very fabric of reality. Your energy, your presence alone, shifts the dynamics of any space you enter. You've been given more challenges, more insight, and more spiritual responsibility because you are equipped to handle it. You are not just another chosen one. You are here to be a beacon for others, a force that can lead the spiritual revolution that the world so desperately needs. What makes you stand apart from the rest? There are certain traits that define the most powerful chosen ones, traits that are rare even among the spiritually awakened. These characteristics are what make you unique and what have prepared you for the sacred mission you are here to fulfill. Your intuition is not merely a gut feeling. It is a direct line of communication with the universe. You possess the ability to sense things without needing to be told. Whether it's the energy of a room, the emotional state of a person, or the unfolding of future events, you often know things before they happen. This heightened intuition is a guiding force in your life, steering you away from danger and toward opportunities that are aligned with your higher purpose. While others may doubt their instincts, you trust yours implicitly, knowing that this inner voice is connected to something much larger than yourself. This intuition allows you to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and wisdom, often helping others find their way as well. Unlike many who wander through life searching for meaning, you have always felt that your life holds a special purpose. Even if the details of this purpose have remained unclear, there has been a driving force within you, a pull toward something greater. This sense of destiny has kept you moving forward even when the path has been difficult or uncertain. This deep sense of purpose is what separates you from others. While they may be content with the status quo, you are constantly seeking more understanding, more growth, and more ways to fulfill your divine mission. The most powerful chosen ones are not strangers to hardship. In fact, your life may have been filled with more challenges and trials than most people could bear, but each time you were knocked down, you rose stronger. Your resilience is one of your greatest gifts. You have the ability to transform pain into wisdom and suffering into strength. This resilience is not just emotional, but also spiritual. You have faced dark nights of the soul, periods of isolation, and moments where you questioned everything, yet you emerged from these experiences more powerful than before. This is a defining trait of the most powerful chosen ones, the ability to not just survive adversity, but to thrive in its aftermath. Even when you don't seek to lead, others naturally look to you for guidance. Your energy is magnetic and people are drawn to your wisdom and strength. You may not always want the responsibility of leadership, but it finds you because others see in you the qualities of a true leader. This is not about ego or authority. It is about the quiet power you hold that inspires others to follow. You lead not through force, but through example, showing others what it means to live a life of purpose and spiritual alignment. Your presence alone changes the energy of any space you enter. This spiritual magnetism is a key trait of the most powerful chosen ones. You attract people, opportunities, and experiences that are aligned with your higher mission. Even when you are not actively trying to influence others, your energy has a profound impact on those around you. This magnetism is both a blessing and a responsibility. It means that you must be mindful of the energy you project and the people you allow into your space. Your energy is powerful, and it must be protected. With great power comes great responsibility, and the most powerful chosen ones face challenges that others may never experience. These trials are not meant to break you, but to refine you, to shape you into the leader you are destined to become. As one of the most powerful chosen ones, you are a target for negative energies. Whether it's psychic attacks, energy drains, or unexplained setbacks, you are constantly engaged in a battle between light and dark forces. The more you shine, the more darkness will try to dim your light. However, you are always protected. Your spiritual power is greater than any force that seeks to oppose you. This constant warfare can be exhausting, but it is a sign of your strength. You are a warrior of light, and your battles are not in vain. They are preparing you for your ultimate mission. Even among other chosen ones, you may feel like an outsider. Your experiences are different, your understanding is deeper, and your perspective is often far beyond what others can grasp. This can lead to feelings of isolation or frustration as you struggle to explain your thoughts and visions to those who are not yet on your level. This sense of being misunderstood is common among the most powerful chosen ones. It is a reflection of your unique path and your higher level of consciousness. While it can be lonely at times, it is also a reminder that you are walking a rare and sacred path. With your power comes a great responsibility to guide, protect, and uplift others. You may feel a constant pull to help those around you, even when you are going through your own struggles. This can be draining, and at times you may feel overwhelmed by the weight of your responsibilities. It is important to recognize that while you are here to help others, you must also take care of yourself. Self-care is not a luxury, but a necessity for the most powerful chosen ones. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and your own spiritual well-being is just as important as the work you do for others. Your heightened spiritual awareness also comes with an increased sensitivity to the emotions and energies of others. You can feel the pain and joy of those around you as if they were your own, and this can be overwhelming, especially during times of collective crisis. Learning to protect your energy is crucial for your well-being. You must develop practices that allow you to shield yourself from negative influences and to cleanse your energy regularly. This sensitivity is a gift, but it must be managed carefully to avoid burnout. So how do you know if you truly are one of the most powerful chosen ones? While the traits we've discussed may already resonate with you, there are specific signs that confirm your role in this sacred group. One of the most telling signs is the fluctuation in your energy levels. There are times when you feel an abundance of energy, as if you could take on the world, and other times when you feel utterly drained. This is because your body and spirit are adjusting to higher frequencies. You are constantly receiving spiritual downloads which can be exhausting but are necessary for your growth. Your dreams are not ordinary. They are messages from the universe. You may experience vivid, lucid dreams that feel incredibly real and often hold profound meaning. These dreams are guiding you on your path, offering insights into your purpose and the next steps you need to take. You may also receive visions during meditation or even in your waking state. These flashes of insight are a direct connection to the divine, helping you navigate your spiritual journey with clarity and purpose. The universe communicates with you through synchronicities, those coincidences that seem too meaningful to ignore. Whether it's seeing repeating numbers, encountering the same symbols, or having seemingly random events align perfectly, these synchronicities are confirmations that you are on the right path. You have always felt a deep, unshakable calling that your life is meant for something greater. This inner knowing has been with you for as long as you can remember. While it may not have always been clear what this calling was, you've always felt its presence guiding you forward. This calling only grows stronger as you awaken to your true power. It pushes you to seek more, to grow, and to step fully into your role as one of the most powerful chosen ones. Your journey has been anything but easy, but it has been transformative. You've experienced more emotional and spiritual growth in a short amount of time than most people do in their entire lives. This rapid growth is a sign that you are being prepared for something much greater. The universe is accelerating your evolution because you are needed for a higher purpose. As one of the most powerful chosen ones, your role goes beyond your own spiritual journey. You are here to guide, protect, and empower other chosen ones. This may feel like a heavy responsibility, but it is also a great honor. You are a spiritual leader, not just for those who are lost, but for those who are also on their path to awakening. Your energy naturally elevates those around you. When you enter a room, the vibration shifts, and people feel your presence. You don't have to say a word. Your mere presence brings a sense of calm, inspiration, and clarity to others. This is not something you consciously try to do. It is simply who you are. But remember, being one of the most powerful chosen ones is not about being above others. It is about walking with them, lifting them up, and helping them realize their own power. You are not here to dominate, but to collaborate, to be a part of the collective awakening that is happening across the world. Your role requires humility, wisdom, and compassion. You've been chosen because you embody these qualities, even if you don't always feel it. The most powerful chosen ones aren't the loudest or the most visible. They are the ones who quietly make the most profound impact. Now that you understand your role as one of the most powerful chosen ones, the next step is to fully embrace that power. This is not always easy, but there are specific steps you can take to align yourself with your higher purpose and strengthen your spiritual abilities. To stay connected to your higher self and to the divine, it's crucial to have daily spiritual practices. This could be meditation, prayer, journaling, or spending time in nature. Whatever helps you tune into your inner wisdom and the universe around you should become a regular part of your routine. These practices will ground you, protect your energy, and keep you aligned with your higher purpose. As a powerful chosen one, you are highly sensitive to energy. It's important to protect yourself from negative influences, whether they come from people, environments, or even your own thoughts. Practice grounding techniques, use protective visualizations, and cleanse your energy regularly to maintain your spiritual well-being. While you are among the most powerful, it's essential to remain humble. Your power doesn't make you better than anyone else. It simply means you have a unique role to play. Approach your journey with humility and gratitude, knowing that you are here to serve a higher purpose. Don't shy away from your power. You've been given this role because you are ready for it, even if it feels daunting at times. Trust in your abilities and in the guidance you receive from the universe. Step fully into your power, knowing that you are here to make a profound impact on the world. By following these steps, you will not only strengthen your connection to your purpose, but also empower others to do the same. Remember, your journey isn't just about you. It's about the collective spiritual awakening that you are helping to bring about. Looking ahead, the role of the most powerful chosen ones will become even more critical. As the world undergoes significant spiritual shifts, the need for strong spiritual leaders will grow. You are here to play a pivotal role in guiding humanity through these changes. Your presence will serve as a light for those still awakening to their true selves. You will help elevate the collective consciousness, bringing people closer to the truth of their spiritual nature. This is not just about individual growth, it's about global transformation. As more people awaken, the world will shift toward a higher frequency. You are part of that shift, and your role is to help facilitate this change. By being a pillar of strength, wisdom, and love, you will guide others not only through your words, but through your actions and energy. In the future, the most powerful chosen ones will be the spiritual leaders that the world desperately needs. You will guide others not through force, but through example. Your power will ripple out, affecting everyone you come into contact with and creating a positive impact on a global scale. This is why it's so important for you to fully embrace your role now. The world needs your light, your leadership, and your wisdom. You are here for a reason, and that reason is to help bring about the spiritual transformation that the world so desperately needs. If you've made it this far, it's because you are ready to embrace the truth of who you are, ready to accept your role as one of the most powerful chosen ones. The world needs your light, and now is the time to let it shine. Your journey hasn't been easy, but every challenge has shaped you into the spiritual leader you are destined to be. You carry within you a power that is rare, even among other chosen ones. This power isn't just for you, it's for the world. You are here to guide, protect, and elevate others, helping them step into their own spiritual truths. As you continue on your path, remember to stay grounded in your spiritual practices, protect your energy, and lead with humility. Trust in the guidance you receive from the universe and know that every challenge you face is preparing you for the greatness that lies ahead. You are not alone in this journey. Other powerful chosen ones are walking the path with you, and together, you will create a ripple effect that transforms the world. So step fully into your power. Embrace your role as one of the most powerful chosen ones, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be. The world is waiting for you to lead. Are you ready?
Chosen ones, what you are about to hear is not just a word. It is a divine message from the Almighty God. It is a message of urgency, power, and truth, for God does not lie. The scriptures tell us that he is not a man that he should lie, nor the son of man that he should repent. If he has spoken it, will he not do it? If he has promised, will he not make it good? Hear me well, for what you are about to hear today will surely come to pass. This is not an ordinary word, and this is not an ordinary time. There is no turning back after this moment. There is no maybe, no later. The weight of this generation, the future of your people, and the destiny of this nation rest upon your shoulders. Prepare yourself, for you have been called to a divine appointment with destiny. The heavens are open, and the Spirit of God is ready to pour out a fresh anointing, new grace, and unprecedented power upon your life. I stand before you, not as an ordinary speaker, but as a carrier of divine revelation, a fire starter sent to ignite the flame that God has placed deep within your spirit. This is your moment, chosen ones, and it demands your full attention. There are moments in life that demand decision and action, moments that cannot be ignored or postponed. This is one of those moments. Chosen ones, you have been called to step into the fullness of God's purpose for your life. This is not the time for hesitation or doubt. You have been chosen, set apart, and anointed for such a time as this. You are not here by accident. You are here because God has placed a divine calling on your life, and the time has come for you to rise into that calling. The month ahead is not just another set of days on a calendar. It is not just a passage of time. No. This new month marks the beginning of a new season of breakthrough, opportunity, and favor. The Spirit of God is doing a new thing, and it is already springing forth. Do you not perceive it? Can you feel the shift in the atmosphere? The Bible declares in Isaiah 43:19, "Behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it?" This new month is not just a continuation of what has been, but a completely new chapter, a new beginning. You must understand that the grace God is extending to you in this new season is not simply meant to help you survive the challenges. You are called to thrive. This is a season of flourishing, of divine empowerment that goes far beyond mere endurance. Lamentations 3:22-23 reminds us, "Because of the Lord's great love, we are not consumed, for his compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Each day brings fresh mercy, new opportunities, and a renewed outpouring of God's favor over your life." This season is filled with unimaginable breakthroughs, divine possibilities, and favor beyond what you've experienced before. But here's the key. You must perceive it. It's not enough to hear about God's grace. You must recognize it and actively align yourself with what God is doing. His grace in this season is not passive or quiet. It is fiery and transformative. It burns away fear, doubt, and every chain of mediocrity that has kept you from stepping into your full potential. Now is the time to rise, chosen ones. Embrace this fiery grace and let it propel you into your divine destiny. Chosen ones, Are you ready to step into the fire and emerge as pure gold? The question is not whether you will face the fire. The question is whether you are prepared to be refined by it. For the fire of God is not meant to destroy you, but to purify and prepare you for the greater things He has in store. God is calling you to a higher level of authority, power, and purpose. But to walk in that, you must be willing to let go of the things that have held you back. Hebrews 12:29 declares that our God is a consuming fire. His fire is not meant to harm you, but to refine you, to burn away the impurities, the doubts, the fears, and the limitations that have kept you from walking in your full destiny. This is a month where you will be tested, but you will also be transformed. You are being purified for a higher purpose, and when you come out of the fire, you will not be the same. You will be stronger, purer, and more prepared to walk in the authority that God has given you. This is your moment to rise, chosen ones. The burdens and struggles of your past season are being lifted off your shoulders. God is releasing you from the weight that has held you down, and in its place, He is giving you new strength. Strength that will carry you through the challenges ahead. But listen closely. This is not a strength for the faint-hearted. It is not for those who seek comfort in the familiar or who shy away from the refining fire. This strength is for the bold, for those who are ready to step into the transformative fire of God and be changed by it. You are being called to more than just survival. You are being called to transformation. God is preparing you to walk fully in your divine purpose and calling, to embrace the destiny He has planned for you. The fire is not here to destroy you. It is here to refine you, to burn away anything that no longer serves God's plan for your life. If you are ready to embrace the fire, God is ready to take you into new realms of power, purpose, and fulfillment. Now is your time. Step into the fullness of your calling. The grace that God is pouring out in this new season is not a grace to simply sustain you through difficult times. It is a grace to propel you forward into realms of favor and opportunity that you have never accessed before. Think of this grace like an open door. God has already swung it wide open for you, but you must walk through it. This is not the month to tiptoe through the door. This is the month to run through it. Ephesians 3:20 declares, "Now to Him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to His power that is at work within us." God's grace is a force, a divine empowerment that will carry you into places where others fear to tread. You are not stepping into this month timidly or cautiously. No, you are stepping into it with boldness, with fire in your heart, and with the assurance that God's favor is already resting on your shoulders. But here's the secret. You must recognize this grace that God is pouring out over your life. It's not enough to passively wait for change or hope for transformation. You must be aware of the new thing God is doing and intentionally align yourself with His plan. This grace isn't something that happens by chance. It is a divine invitation that requires your active participation. God has already opened the door, but you have to choose to step through it. This is the month where every obstacle, every burden, and every weight from the past season will be burned away by God's refining grace. The things that once held you back will no longer have power over you, but it's your responsibility to let go and move forward. Now is the time to leave behind the limitations, the doubts, and the fears that have hindered you. God has prepared a future filled with favor, opportunities, and breakthroughs, but you must step boldly into it. Don't carry the old season into the new one. Rise up, embrace the grace, and walk confidently into the divine destiny that God has set before you. Chosen ones, this is not just a month of breakthrough. It is a month of authority. God is calling you to walk in a new level of spiritual authority. For too long, many of you have been living beneath your God-given authority. You have allowed the enemy to convince you that you are powerless, that you are limited, that you are bound by your circumstances, but no more. This is the month where you will rise up and take your rightful place as a child of God, as a warrior in His kingdom. In Luke 10:19, Jesus said, I have given you authority to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome all the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. This is not just a metaphor. This is your reality. You have been given divine authority to overcome every obstacle, every attack, and every scheme of the enemy. But authority is only as powerful as the one who wields it. You must stand up and declare, "I am chosen, and I will walk in the authority that God has given me." The enemy has been working tirelessly to keep you down because he understands the immense power and authority you carry. He knows that when you fully step into the authority God has given you, you become unstoppable. The attacks, the doubts, and the distractions you've faced are all attempts to hinder you from realizing your true potential. But hear me clearly. This is your month to rise up. This is your moment to take your rightful place in the kingdom, to walk in the fullness of the authority that God has already bestowed upon you. Do not shrink back in fear. Do not allow doubt to creep into your heart. God has been preparing you for this season. Every trial, every test, and every challenge has been part of the refining process. Now, you are ready. You are equipped with everything you need to walk in victory, to claim the promises, and to fulfill the divine purpose He has set before you. This is your time to embrace your identity as a warrior of God, to walk confidently in the authority you've been given. The enemy fears this moment because he knows the power that comes when you step into who you truly are. Rise up and walk in the authority of God. Your time is now. Many of you have been walking through seasons of trial, and you have been asking God, "Why am I going through this? Why am I facing these battles?" But let me tell you something. The trial was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to train you. The fire you have been walking through was not intended to consume you, but to refine you. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." The trials you have faced were part of God's master plan. They were the training ground for the authority you are about to walk in. Authority is not something that is given lightly. It is earned through the process of refinement, through the crucible of trial. But now, chosen ones, you are standing on the other side of that fire. And God is saying, it is time. It is time for you to walk in the authority that I have been preparing you for. You have been refined. You have been tested. And now you are ready to walk in the fullness of your calling. This month is not just about breakthrough. It is about walking in a new level of authority. You will declare things, and they will come to pass. You will speak to mountains, and they will move. You will walk into situations, and the atmosphere will shift because of the authority that you carry. Chosen ones, this new month is not just about natural opportunities. It is about supernatural opportunities. God is not confined by time or space. He can move mountains, open doors, and create opportunities where there seem to be none. But here's the key. You must expect it. You must believe that God is working behind the scenes to bring about a breakthrough that will blow your mind. Some of you have been praying for a breakthrough for so long that you've begun to settle for less. You've started to think, maybe this is all there is. Maybe God's plan for me is smaller than I thought. But let me tell you something. The devil is a liar. God's plan for you is greater than anything you could ever imagine, and this is the month where you will see it come to pass. Ephesians 3:20 says that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. This is not just a promise. It is a declaration of what is possible when you walk in faith. But here's the key. You must not settle for less than what God has promised you. The enemy wants you to be content with small victories, to settle for mediocrity. But God has called you to greatness. This is the month where you will step into the impossible, where you will see miracles, signs, and wonders in your life. But you must believe it. You must expect the impossible. You must expect the miraculous. As we step into this new month, Some of you may be feeling weary from the battles of the last season. You may feel like you are crawling, just trying to survive. But God is about to renew your strength like never before. Isaiah 40:31 declares, "But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint." This is not just a promise, it is your inheritance. God is about to breathe new life into your spirit. He is about to give you supernatural strength for the journey ahead. The journey ahead may not be easy. There will be challenges, trials, and moments where you feel like giving up. But God is saying to you today, "I will be your strength." You don't have to rely on your own abilities, your own power, or your own resources. God Himself will carry you through this season. But here's the key. You must renew your faith. You must come to God every day and ask Him for fresh strength, fresh faith, and fresh power to walk in victory. This is not the time to grow weary. This is the time to soar. You are not called to crawl through life. You are called to fly. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives inside of you, and He is empowering you to walk through this new month with strength, power, and renewed faith. Chosen ones, God has called you to greatness, and this is the month where you will step into it. But you must not settle for less than what God has promised you. The enemy wants you to settle for mediocrity, to be content with small victories, but God has greater things in store for you. This is the month where you will witness God do the impossible in your life, but it requires more than just hoping. It demands that you believe it with all your heart. You must not only anticipate the impossible, but actively expect it to unfold. This is a season where your faith must align with the greatness to which God has called you. He is not offering small, ordinary opportunities. The doors He is opening for you in this new month are not merely natural. They are supernatural. These are opportunities that defy human logic and exceed any limits you may have placed on yourself. God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating events, people, and circumstances in ways that you cannot yet see. He is preparing a breakthrough that will go beyond your wildest dreams, but your faith must be in alignment with His plan. This is not the time to doubt or second guess. Trust that God is moving in ways you couldn't imagine, and let your faith rise to meet the size of His promises. The breakthroughs, the miracles, and the favor are already in motion, ready for you to step into with unwavering belief and confidence, knowing that God's best is just ahead. As we conclude, let me remind you once more. This new month is not just another chapter in the story of your life. It is a divine appointment with destiny. The heavens are open, and God is pouring out new grace, new opportunities, new authority, and new strength. This is your time to rise up, to walk in the fullness of God's calling, and to experience the breakthrough that He has prepared for you. You are chosen, you are called, and this is your season to step into everything that God has for you. Walk into this new month with fire in your heart, faith in your spirit, and the authority of the Holy Spirit resting upon your shoulders. The world is waiting for you to take your place. Now go forth and conquer, for the Lord is with you. Let us pray together in faith, sealing this divine message over our lives. Heavenly Father, we come before you right now, standing in agreement for every chosen one who hears this message. We declare your mighty presence to fall upon them right now, wherever they are. Lord, you are the consuming fire, and we ask that you burn away every chain, every burden, and every hindrance that has been holding your people back. Let your fire descend like a hammer that breaks every rock of doubt, fear, and delay into pieces. Father, we speak to the dry bones in their lives, and we command them to come alive in the name of Jesus. We declare that this new month is their season of divine grace, divine favor, and supernatural breakthrough. Just as you promised in your word, your mercies are new every morning, and we declare fresh mercy, fresh grace, and fresh power to pour out over every person listening to this prayer. Lord, let them walk in new levels of faith, authority, and power in this new month. No weapon formed against them shall prosper, and every door that has been closed to them will now swing open by the authority of Jesus Christ. We decree and declare that your divine plan for their lives is now unfolding in ways they never imagined. Father, we bind every scheme, every plot, and every attack of the enemy that has tried to delay or destroy the destiny of your chosen ones. We release your anointing that breaks every yoke. We speak new strength into their hearts, Lord. Renew their strength right now. Let them soar on wings like eagles. Let them run and not grow weary. Let them walk and not faint. Fill them with the supernatural strength of your Spirit. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we seal this prayer and we declare that it is done. Amen, amen, and amen. Chosen ones, as you prepare to step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you, I want to thank you for joining me on this divine journey. Your presence here is no accident. God is working in your life, and I'm grateful to be a part of this sacred moment with you. As you embrace this season of divine opportunity, I encourage you to move forward with boldness and faith, expecting God's miraculous breakthroughs. If this message has resonated with your spirit and you want to continue receiving words of encouragement and divine wisdom, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. By doing so, you'll stay connected with more messages that will inspire, uplift, and guide you on your spiritual path. Together, we can continue walking in God's purpose and plan for our lives. Thank you for being here, and may God's favor and blessings follow you always. The world often operates on perceptions, on the surface of things. People look at your age, your appearance, and assume that they know your limitations. They see youth as a synonym for inexperience, and they mistake your patience for weakness. But the truth is that your spirit is far older than your years. Your soul carries within it the weight of lifetimes, forged in the fires of adversity, strengthened by trials, and illuminated by divine wisdom. You are not bound by the narrow confines of this lifetime, nor by the judgments of those who are blind to your true power. When they dismiss you as naive, they fail to see that your strength does not come from earthly knowledge alone. It is a gift from the divine. You are chosen, handpicked by the Creator long before you took your first breath in this world. The journey you walk is not one dictated by the fleeting perceptions of others, but by the eternal hand of God guiding your every step. Every moment of underestimation, every slight, every attempt to undermine you has been woven into a divine plan far beyond what they can comprehend. And soon, they will see the truth. They will witness the power of God manifesting through you. Throughout your journey, your youthful appearance has been both a gift and a challenge. It's a gift in the sense that it reflects the powerful energy that flows from within. You possess a light, an unmistakable glow that makes you seem untouched by the harshness of the world, as though time itself respects your essence. Yet on the other hand, it is a challenge, because this same youthful visage leads many to underestimate you. They see only the surface, judging by appearance alone, and mistakenly believe that you lack the depth and wisdom that age typically bestows. In their eyes, youth equates to inexperience, to being untested, unwise, and easily manipulated. But what they fail to recognize is that age is not the sole marker of wisdom. Your spirit carries the weight of ages. You were chosen long before you entered this world, a being of profound knowledge, imbued with ancient truths that defy the limitations of time. Your spirit is vibrant, timeless, and constantly renewed by a connection to the divine that surpasses the understanding of those around you. They thought they could mess with you. They assumed their whispers, their manipulation, their attempts to undermine your strength would go unnoticed or unchallenged. After all, in their eyes, you were but a youth, and youth is often easy prey. But oh, how mistaken they were. Beneath the surface lies a power they could never have anticipated, a divine force that dismantles their illusions and reveals the truth. God has never left your side, and in every moment of belittlement, every attempt to step over you, the divine plan was already in motion, working to reveal the truth of who you are. They looked at you and saw someone too young to understand, too inexperienced to matter. What they didn't realize was that every condescending smirk, every dismissive glance, and every undermining action only fueled the divine plan that had been quietly unfolding behind the scenes. For you are not merely your age or appearance. You are a chosen one, entrusted with wisdom that transcends time and space. While they played their games, thinking they could take advantage of what they perceived as weakness, you were operating on a different plane altogether, guided by a force far greater than their shallow judgments. In your workplace, in your social circles, perhaps even within your own family, they've tried the same tired tactics. They've taken credit for your ideas, thinking you would stay silent. They've whispered behind your back, confident that your voice held no weight. They've acted as though their seniority, their age, or their worldly achievements somehow gave them the right to dismiss you. But what they fail to grasp is that while they scramble for status and validation, you are grounded in something infinitely more powerful, the guidance of the divine. When the critical moment arrived and everyone was scrambling for solutions, it was you who stood firm, rooted in the ancient wisdom that flows through your veins. You didn't just present an innovative plan, you laid it out with such conviction, such quiet strength, that the room fell silent. The very people who had sought to dismiss you were now watching in disbelief as your ideas began to flourish. Their empty boasts crumbled into dust, and all that remained was the undeniable truth that you are a force to be reckoned with, someone whose wisdom cannot be dismissed simply because of youthful appearance. The divine spark within you had made itself known, and there was no going back. The room had been silenced not by noise, but by the undeniable power of your presence. What they didn't understand and still struggle to comprehend is that your youthful appearance is not a mere physical trait. It is a direct reflection of the divine energy that radiates from within you. It's not just your skin or your features that make you appear younger. It's the light you carry, the vibrancy of your spirit that defies the normal limits of the human condition. Your connection to the source, to the eternal, keeps your spirit vibrant and alive. Every time you walk in faith, every time you release old wounds, shed the weight of negativity, and trust in the divine, you allow that radiant energy to flow more freely through you, revitalizing your body and soul. This is why, while others may age with time, your essence remains ageless. You possess the wisdom of the ancients, yet you still carry the playfulness and wonder of youth. This inner harmony between wisdom and wonder reflects outward, giving you that undeniable glow that others can't help but notice. They might try to explain it away as good genes or luck, but deep down, you know it's something far more powerful than that. It's the divine energy within you, the same energy that has sustained the universe since the beginning of time. People often see youthful looks as a fleeting gift, something that will inevitably fade with time. But what they fail to see is that for you, this youthful appearance is not bound by the same laws as others. Time may pass, but it cannot touch the eternal energy that sustains you. You are a chosen one, and the divine has seen fit to bless you with a presence that defies the expectations of the world. Others may see youth and mistake it for weakness, but you know that your appearance is a disguise, a surface-level trait that hides the power of an ancient soul. They think they can mess with you. They think they can belittle you or manipulate you because they assume your youthful energy is unformed, naive, and easy to sway. What they don't realize is that beneath this youthful exterior lies a spirit that has been tempered by wisdom far beyond their grasp. You are not playing by their rules. While they try to undermine you, unaware of the divine shield that surrounds you, God is already 10 steps ahead, whispering their intentions to your soul before they've even had a chance to act. You are protected in ways they cannot see. Every subtle insult, every attempt to strike at your reputation, is deflected by a force they will never understand. The same hands that crafted the heavens hold you steady, and no amount of scheming or jealousy can penetrate this divine safeguard. They think they can manipulate you, thinking that your inexperience will leave you blind to their deception. But what they don't know is that God has already given you discernment, far sharper than they could ever anticipate. You see their games for what they are. You sense the undercurrents of betrayal in your circle, the whispering shadows of those who seek to undermine you. Someone you once trusted is quietly trying to sabotage you, spreading lies and hoping to watch you fall from a distance. They think they can play you, that you are too oblivious to notice the cracks they're trying to create in your relationships. But what they don't know is that God has already revealed their intentions to you. You are always 10 steps ahead, not because you've plotted revenge, but because you are operating on divine timing, a force that unravels their schemes before they even take root. Without even needing to confront the situation, the truth begins to rise to the surface. Those who were once swayed by rumors and deception now find themselves seeking your perspective directly. They begin to see through the lies, realizing that the stories they were fed were nothing but smoke and shadows. The truth has a way of surfacing when God is in control, and you didn't have to lift a finger to defend yourself. The divine force surrounding you ensured that the deception unraveled itself, revealing the truth for all to see. This is how God works in your life. He takes the plans of those who seek to harm you and turns them into nothingness. Their schemes backfire in ways they never expected, not because you manipulated the situation, but because your trust in the divine allowed the truth to rise on its own. They thought they could destroy your reputation, but in their attempts, they only exposed their own character. You walk in divine protection, and every day it becomes clearer to those who once underestimated you. No weapon formed against you can succeed. They might see youth, but you know that this is merely the surface. What runs beneath is the power of an ancient soul, guided and protected by forces far beyond their understanding. Time and time again, they've tried to bring you down, to belittle you, but each time they fail to realize that you are operating on a different level altogether. You are not bound by their rules, nor are you at the mercy of their judgments. God has already laid the path of victory at your feet, and no matter how many times they try to trip you, you will continue to rise. They've tried to rush you, mock your patience, and question why things haven't moved faster for you. To them, it seems like you've been standing still while the world moves forward. But what they fail to understand is that God's timing is flawless. They see delay as failure, but you know that every moment of waiting has been deliberate, every pause intentional. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be, moving according to a rhythm that only divine hands can orchestrate. While others scramble ahead, desperate for validation and quick results, you've been quietly building, trusting in the divine plan that has been unfolding for you all along. God has been using this time to refine you, to prepare you for the magnitude of blessings that are about to flood your life. What appeared to be delay in their eyes was, in reality, a period of strengthening, a time for you to be sharpened, positioned for the exact moment when everything would fall into place. They thought you were waiting in vain, but they couldn't have been more wrong. Every day that passed without the breakthrough you sought was not a punishment. It was divine preparation. You were being made ready for something far beyond what they could comprehend, and now that the time has come, the elevation is undeniable. Those who rushed ahead, desperate for quick victories, now find themselves watching in disbelief as God lifts you higher than they ever imagined possible. When God moves, He moves in ways that make the efforts of men seem insignificant by comparison. Suddenly, without warning, the door opens. The opportunity you've been waiting for arrives, and it is so perfectly aligned with your heart, your purpose, and your calling that you know it was worth every second of waiting. It's not just an opportunity, it's a divine appointment, one that surpasses anything you could have planned for yourself. Paths that once seemed blocked are now wide open. The people who once pitied you, who looked down on you with condescension, are now standing in disbelief. They are watching as God multiplies your efforts 100-fold, thrusting you into spaces they could never reach, no matter how fast they scrambled. What they once saw as insignificance is now elevated to unimaginable heights. This is the power of divine timing, of divine multiplication. The seeds you planted in faith, the moments of selflessness and patience, are now bursting through the soil, growing at a rate that defies natural logic. What seemed small in their eyes has been blessed by God, and the elevation you are experiencing is a direct result of your unwavering trust in His plan. The same people who once disregarded your kindness, who overlooked your efforts, now stand in awe as blessings rain down upon you. You never sought validation, but the recognition that is coming your way will be undeniable. The same ones who ridiculed you for your patience, for your trust in God's timing, will now witness the magnitude of His favor in your life. You gave selflessly, not out of obligation, but because it was in your nature to care, to uplift, to support those around you. And now, all that you have given is coming back to you, multiplied in ways that will leave others speechless. This is the divine principle that governs the universe. Whatever you give with a pure heart returns to you in overflowing measure. God has been keeping a record of every sacrifice, every moment when you put others' needs above your own. He has seen the depth of your heart, the quiet strength behind your selflessness, and now He is pouring out blessings upon you that no one can deny. Those who underestimated you, who thought they could take advantage of your kindness, are now seeing the truth. Your youth was never a weakness. It was always a reflection of the divine energy that flows through you. Your kindness was never endless without consequence. It was the very strength that God has now exalted in full view of those who doubted you. As you step into the fullness of your calling, it will become clear to all that you are not just another face in the crowd. You are a chosen one, a vessel of divine wisdom, carrying the light of God within you. Your story of triumph in the face of doubt will serve as a beacon to others who have been similarly underestimated. You have shown the world that true power does not lie in appearances, but in the depth of one's connection to the divine. God has always seen your heart. He has always known your potential, long before the world took notice. Now, as you rise into the fullness of your calling, those who once doubted you will be left speechless, watching as you step into spaces they never thought you would reach. The world may have seen youth, but God has always seen the truth. You were never bound by their judgments. You were always tied to a higher order, one where your good heart is the currency of elevation. And now, the world will see just how wrong they were. Your rise is not just a victory, it is a divine demonstration of what happens when you trust in God's timing, when you remain steadfast in your faith, and when you embrace the truth of who you are, a chosen one, radiant and timeless, empowered by the divine. The unshakable strength of the divine. The journey has not been easy, but it has always been guided by divine hands. You are not just a survivor of adversity. You are the embodiment of divine resilience. Every challenge you have faced, every moment of doubt or dismissal, has been part of the divine plan to shape you into the powerful being you are today. The world may have underestimated you, but God never did. Now, as you rise into the fullness of your calling, it is time to share your story. Let others see the truth of what it means to be chosen, to rise against the odds, and to embody the divine wisdom that flows through you. You are not just youthful in appearance, you are ancient in wisdom, protected by God, and destined for greatness. The world will see the undeniable truth. You are a chosen one, and no weapon formed against you will ever prosper. The divine plan is unfolding, and your rise has only just begun. Thank you for staying with me until the end of this journey. Your time and presence here mean more than words can express. If this message has resonated with you, inspired you, or touched a part of your soul, please consider subscribing to Inner Mystics. By joining this community, you become part of a circle that seeks to uplift, empower, and explore the profound mysteries of the Spirit together. Let's continue to walk this path, embracing the divine wisdom within us all. Thank you for being here, and may you always rise with the light of your calling. Have you ever felt a quiet whisper in the depths of your soul, a subtle, yet persistent call pulling you towards something greater than yourself? A yearning, perhaps, to fulfill a higher purpose? Throughout history, this internal stirring has captivated the hearts of spiritual seekers, mystics, and prophets alike. They ponder, what does it mean to be one of God's chosen ones? How does the divine select those who are called upon for a sacred mission? Is it an immutable destiny, or is it a path we consciously choose as we journey through life? In today's exploration, we will unveil 7 profound secrets about how God chooses his chosen ones. These divine mysteries are not just abstract concepts, but sacred truths that, when understood, can transform your spiritual journey and deepen your connection with the divine. As we embark on this exploration, let us reflect on the powerful words of the mystic Meister Eckhart, who said, "The eye through which I see God is the same eye through which God sees me. My eye and God's eye are one eye, one seeing, one knowing, one love." This statement points us toward the mysterious union between the divine and the chosen. It reveals that to be chosen by God is not about external merit or arbitrary selection, but about an intimate, transcendent connection. This connection is far deeper than the mind can comprehend, a sacred alignment of love, will, and purpose. So, are you ready to discover how God's chosen ones are selected? Let us dive deep into these divine secrets and unlock the mysteries that have been hidden for centuries. Before we unravel the 7 divine secrets, we must first understand the nature of being chosen. Many people wrongly assume that being chosen by God is a form of favoritism, where certain individuals are singled out above others due to superior qualities or deeds. However, this assumption could not be further from the truth. God's selection is not based on merit in the traditional sense. It is not about who is better, more righteous, or more deserving. Instead, it is about alignment. To be chosen by God is to be in a state of receptivity, where your soul resonates with the divine's will and purpose. This alignment is not something that can be manufactured or forced. It is a natural spiritual connection that arises from deep within. It's like 2 strings on a harp, vibrating in harmony, producing a resonance that can only be described as divine. When this resonance occurs, the individual becomes a vessel for divine grace, wisdom, and love. They are chosen not because they are superior, but because they are uniquely equipped to fulfill a specific sacred mission. This divine selection is less about who you are on the outside and more about the internal alignment of your heart with God's will. The first divine secret is that being chosen by God begins with a call to the heart. This call is not a loud proclamation from the heavens, nor is it an external command. Instead, it is a quiet, almost imperceptible stirring in the depths of your soul. It is an inner invitation that draws you toward a higher purpose, often when you least expect it. This divine call may come during a time of deep contemplation, in the quiet moments of solitude, or even in the midst of great joy or sorrow. It can appear as a sense of longing, an unquenchable thirst to know more about the mysteries of life and the universe. For others, it may manifest as an unsettling feeling that their current path is not aligned with their true purpose. There may be a gnawing realization that there is something greater awaiting them, a spiritual quest that cannot be ignored. What sets this call apart is that it speaks directly to the heart, bypassing the ego and intellect. It is not driven by external rewards like fame, success, or recognition. Rather, it comes from an inner knowing that something sacred awaits, and that the individual is meant to play a role in fulfilling it. Those who are truly chosen cannot easily dismiss this call. It echoes within their hearts, growing stronger with each passing day. Eventually, they feel compelled to answer it, stepping onto a path that leads them deeper into the mysteries of the divine. But here lies an important distinction. Not everyone who hears the call responds to it. Many feel the subtle stirrings of this divine invitation, but choose to ignore it due to fear, doubt, or the distractions of daily life. However, those who are truly chosen, those whose souls are in alignment with the divine, cannot turn away. The call becomes too powerful. too insistent to deny. It is here that the journey of the chosen begins. Once the call to the heart is answered, the second divine secret reveals itself, the purification process. This process is often misunderstood, as it is not merely about moral cleansing or outward righteousness. Instead, it is a deep spiritual refinement that prepares the chosen ones for their divine mission. When someone is chosen by God, they are called to reflect the divine light in its purest form. But before this light can shine through them, the clouds of ego, fear, and attachment must be cleared away. These clouds, accumulated over years of conditioning and past experiences, obscure the true brilliance of the soul. The purification process is designed to remove these obstructions, allowing the chosen ones to serve as clear, unobstructed vessels for divine wisdom and love. This process can be intense and challenging. It often requires facing the shadows within, the unresolved traumas, the deep-seated fears, and the limiting beliefs that have shaped their identity. These hidden aspects of the self are like anchors, holding the chosen ones back from their full potential. But through purification, these anchors are brought to the surface, allowing them to be healed, released, and transformed. This phase of the journey can be uncomfortable, even painful at times. It is not uncommon for the chosen ones to experience periods of deep introspection, where they must confront the parts of themselves that they have long avoided. Yet it is through this confrontation that true healing takes place. Purification is not a punishment. It is a sacred process of shedding the old, so the soul can radiate with the full brilliance of its divine purpose. As the purification process unfolds, the third divine secret begins to emerge: the awakening of spiritual gifts. These gifts are not random talents or abilities, but are spiritual faculties bestowed upon the chosen ones to help them fulfill their divine mission. While every soul has inherent spiritual potential, the chosen ones often possess heightened or specialized gifts that align with their purpose. Spiritual gifts can take many forms. Some chosen ones may discover they have the gift of healing, the ability to channel divine energy to bring about physical, emotional, or spiritual restoration in others. Others may possess the gift of prophecy, receiving visions or insights about future events that guide individuals or communities with divine wisdom. Still others may have the gift of discernment, allowing them to perceive the true nature of situations or people, seeing beyond the surface to the spiritual realities at play. The awakening of these gifts is closely tied to the purification process. As the chosen ones release the layers of ego and attachment, their spiritual faculties begin to emerge with greater clarity and power. These gifts are not new. They are latent abilities that have always existed within the soul, waiting for the right conditions to be activated. The purification process creates these conditions, allowing the gifts to rise to the surface and be used in service to the divine mission. For many, this awakening can be both exhilarating and disorienting. The chosen ones may suddenly find themselves aware of energies, thoughts, or emotions that they were previously oblivious to. They may receive intuitive insights or messages that challenge their previous understanding of reality. This expansion of awareness requires adjustment, as the chosen ones learn to manage their newfound abilities and integrate them into their daily lives. It's essential to understand that these spiritual gifts are not for personal gain or recognition. They are divine tools, given to serve a higher purpose. The chosen ones must learn to use them wisely, with humility and compassion, always in alignment with the divine will. In doing so, they fulfill their sacred mission and contribute to the upliftment of humanity. The fourth divine secret introduces us to one of the most profound mysteries in the spiritual journey: the delicate interplay between destiny and free will. Many people struggle to reconcile these two seemingly contradictory forces: destiny, which implies a predetermined path, and free will, which suggests personal choice. Yet for the chosen ones, these forces are not in opposition. Rather, they dance together in a harmonious relationship that guides them toward their divine mission. Destiny, in the spiritual sense, refers to the soul's overarching plan. its blueprint for evolution. This plan outlines the key experiences, challenges, and opportunities that the soul will encounter during its earthly journey. For the chosen ones, this destiny often involves significant roles in guiding, healing, or uplifting others. Their lives are woven into the greater tapestry of the divine plan, which seeks to bring humanity into greater alignment with love, truth, and harmony. However, destiny is not a rigid script. It is more like a map, offering a general outline of the path while allowing for personal expression and choice along the way. This is where free will comes into play. The chosen ones have the freedom to make decisions. Decisions that can either bring them closer to fulfilling their divine mission or lead them away from it. Every choice they make is a brushstroke on the canvas of their destiny, contributing to the overall picture of their spiritual journey. One of the greatest challenges for the chosen ones is to discern between the guidance of destiny and the distractions of the ego. The ego often seeks comfort, security, and validation, desires that can pull the chosen ones away from their true purpose. In contrast, the call of destiny often requires sacrifice, courage, and faith, qualities that the ego may resist. The chosen ones must learn to distinguish between these two voices, choosing the path that aligns with their higher purpose, even when it is difficult or uncertain. In doing so, they bring their destiny to life, not as passive recipients of fate, but as active co-creators with the divine. The fifth divine secret reveals one of the most vital tools for the chosen ones, the power of intuition and inner guidance. Intuition is often described as the voice of the soul, a direct line of communication between the individual and the divine. For the chosen ones, intuition is not just a helpful tool, it is an essential aspect of their journey. It allows them to access wisdom that transcends the limitations of the rational mind and guides them toward their divine purpose. Intuition manifests in various ways, through gut feelings, flashes of insight, dreams, or even synchronicities that seem too meaningful to be mere coincidence. The chosen ones often find that as they progress on their spiritual path, their intuition becomes stronger and more reliable. This is because they are constantly attuning themselves to the frequency of the divine, clearing away the noise of the ego and becoming more receptive to subtle energies. One of the most important lessons for the chosen ones is learning to trust their intuition. In a world that often values logic, reason, and external validation, relying on something as intangible as inner guidance can be challenging. However, intuition is a gift from the divine, a form of communication that goes beyond the physical world. The chosen ones must learn to honor this gift, to listen to their inner voice, and to act on its guidance, even when it goes against conventional wisdom or logic. The sixth divine secret centers on the transformative power of service and selflessness. While spiritual gifts and inner guidance are essential for the chosen ones, their ultimate purpose is not fulfilled in isolation. The true mission of the chosen ones lies in how they use their gifts to serve others. Service, in the context of the chosen ones, is not merely about performing good deeds or charitable acts. It is about living in a state of constant awareness of their role as instruments of the divine. It is about putting aside personal ambitions, desires, and even needs in order to fulfill a greater purpose. This does not mean neglecting oneself, but rather understanding that true fulfillment comes from contributing to the well-being of others. The chosen ones recognize that their spiritual gifts are not for their own glorification, but for the upliftment of humanity and the world. This selflessness is not merely an external act, it is a state of being. The chosen ones live with the awareness that every action, no matter how small, has the potential to make a significant impact on the collective consciousness. The final divine secret is perhaps the most mysterious of all, the mystery of divine timing. While the chosen ones may feel a sense of urgency to fulfill their mission, they must also learn to trust in the timing of the divine. This timing is not always in sync with human expectations, but it is always perfect in its alignment with the greater plan. Divine timing ensures that the chosen ones are prepared for the tasks they are called to undertake. There may be periods of waiting, during which they are being refined, tested, and prepared. These periods are essential, as they allow the chosen ones to develop the skills, wisdom, and resilience needed to fulfill their mission effectively. Trusting in divine timing requires patience and surrender. The chosen ones must release their attachment to specific outcomes and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. By aligning their free will with divine timing, they create a harmonious flow, where their actions are in perfect sync with the greater plan. As we conclude this journey through the 7 divine secrets, it becomes clear that being chosen by God is not a static state, but a dynamic, evolving path. It is a journey of deep transformation, where the soul continually grows, purifies, and aligns with the divine. Each of these secrets, beginning with the call to the heart, the purification process, the awakening of spiritual gifts, the balance of destiny and free will, the power of intuition, the importance of service, and the mystery of divine timing, forms the foundation of this sacred path. The chosen ones are not called to a life of ease, but to a life of purpose. They are tasked with embodying divine love, wisdom, and service in a world that deeply needs it. This path requires courage, humility, and a willingness to step into the unknown, guided by the hand of the divine. For those who feel the stirrings of this call within their own hearts, remember, you are not alone. The divine walks with you, guiding you, supporting you, and helping you fulfill your highest potential. Embrace your role as one of the chosen with love, faith, and trust, knowing that your journey, though challenging, is profoundly sacred and deeply transformative. If this exploration resonated with you, we invite you to engage further, like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us continue to build a community of seekers, united in our quest for spiritual growth and alignment with the divine. Together, we can shine our light and make a lasting impact on the world. Stay blessed, and may your journey be filled with grace, wisdom, and divine love. Have you ever felt a profound shift deep within, as if you were awakening to a greater understanding of yourself and the world? This is not a mere fleeting feeling, but a distinct, undeniable sense that something inside you is changing. Like a fog lifting after a long night, you begin to see life, yourself, and existence with newfound clarity. Spiritual awakening is more than a simple aha moment. It is a profound and ongoing journey of transformation. Unlike a straight road, it's more akin to a spiral, sometimes looping back to familiar stages, sometimes skipping ahead. Yet despite the variations in individual paths, we are united by common experiences. Today, let us explore the 5 stages of spiritual awakening, each offering unique challenges and profound growth. Number 1. Unconsciousness, the sleep of the ego. We begin our journey in the stage of unconsciousness, where most of humanity resides for large portions of their lives. This stage is marked by a deep entanglement with the ego, the constructed self that we believe ourselves to be. The ego identifies with external labels, gender, profession, social status, ethnicity, and even personal preferences and thoughts. In this stage, we see the world through the narrow lens of our self-created identity, a perspective shaped by our past, upbringing, and societal conditioning. At this level, our thoughts and emotions are our masters. They govern us with little conscious awareness. It is a state of reaction, reacting to life rather than actively shaping it. Have you ever felt trapped in repetitive cycles of anger, frustration, or defensiveness? These emotional responses are the ego's way of maintaining control. The unconscious mind believes life happens to us, rather than realizing that we are active participants and creators of our experience. In this phase, we live life through our personal narrative, often feeling as though the world is against us. This state of unconsciousness fosters a lack of clarity, especially in how we view others. We project our own fears, judgments, and insecurities onto those around us, making it difficult to see people as they truly are. It's important to remember that unconsciousness is not a flaw or weakness, but simply a stage of growth. Many of us remain in this stage for years, and it often takes a significant catalyst, whether trauma, loss, or profound questioning, to shake us from this slumber and prompt us to seek more. The realization that something is amiss marks the beginning of awakening. It is the moment you first acknowledge the limitations of your current way of being and recognize the patterns you've been unconsciously repeating. Number 2. Ego. Death breaking the illusions. The next stage, often referred to as ego death, is a pivotal turning point in the spiritual journey. This phase is marked by the dismantling of the ego's stronghold over your identity and perception of the world. For many, this process can be disorienting, even painful, as it involves the breakdown of long-held beliefs about who you are. But what exactly is ego death? It is not a literal death, but a symbolic dissolution of the false self, the version of you that has been defined by external labels, roles, and societal expectations. Imagine your identity as a house built from the bricks of cultural conditioning, personal experiences, and inherited beliefs. During ego death, that house is dismantled brick by brick until you are left standing amidst the rubble of your former self. What remains is the observer, the part of you that has always been present, but was obscured by the noise of the ego. In this stage, you may feel a sense of emptiness or detachment, as though you no longer know who you are. This is a natural part of the process. The ego, which was once the center of your identity, is no longer in control, leaving space for something far more authentic to emerge. The initial experience of ego death can be terrifying because it challenges everything you've believed about yourself and the world. Many people resist this phase, clinging to the familiar structures of their identity out of fear. However, the key to navigating ego death is surrender, allowing the process to unfold without desperately trying to piece your old self back together. By accepting that you are not the labels and stories you once identified with, you open the door to a deeper understanding of your true nature. Ego death paves the way for the discovery of the observer self, the silent witness that watches your thoughts, emotions, and experiences without becoming entangled in them. This realization is the beginning of a profound shift in perspective. No longer driven by the desires and fears of the ego, you begin to see life with greater clarity and detachment, allowing for more compassion and understanding, both for yourself and others. Number 3. The search. A quest for truth and meaning. As you move beyond the dissolution of the ego, a burning question arises. Who am I really? This stage, known as the search, is a deeply transformative period where you embark on a quest to uncover the answers to life's most profound questions. This stage is not a passive phase of waiting for answers to come to you. Rather, it is an active pursuit of knowledge and wisdom. You may find yourself drawn to spiritual literature, ancient philosophies, mystical teachings, and esoteric practices. For many, this stage involves immersing themselves in spiritual practices such as meditation, contemplation, prayer, or breath work in a bid to connect with something greater than the self. In the search, the mind and heart work together in harmony. It is not merely an intellectual exploration, but a journey into the depths of your being. The more you search, the more you begin to unravel the mysteries of your existence. However, this stage is often marked by intense curiosity and a desire to find the ultimate truth. This longing can be both liberating and frustrating, as the answers are not always immediate or clear. The search phase is often characterized by moments of deep revelation, followed by periods of confusion or doubt. These oscillations are part of the journey. Each new insight shifts your perspective, but as the layers of truth unfold, you may realize how much more there is to discover. At its core, The search is about alignment with your higher self. You are no longer content with surface-level answers. You seek a deeper, more authentic connection with your soul and the universe. As you progress, you begin to experience moments of inner knowing, flashes of clarity that feel like pieces of a cosmic puzzle falling into place. This stage can be both exciting and isolating. While you may feel a deep connection to spiritual wisdom, you might also experience a sense of separation from those who are not on the same path. It's common to feel misunderstood by friends and family, which can create feelings of loneliness. However, these experiences are an integral part of the process, helping you to shed old layers of attachment and align more fully with your true purpose. Number 4. Emergence of the authentic self, returning to your essence. After a period of intense searching, a new phase begins, the emergence of the authentic self. This stage is one of the most liberating yet challenging moments in the spiritual journey. It is marked by the shedding of the false personas and societal masks you have worn for so long. The self that is now emerging is not new, but a return to your original essence, the part of you that existed before you were shaped by external influences. During this stage, pretending becomes impossible. The layers of pretense, the need to fit in, and the desire for external validation fall away. You find it increasingly difficult to conform to the roles and expectations that no longer resonate with your inner truth. This phase can bring significant upheaval, as you may feel compelled to make major life changes that reflect your newfound authenticity. Old relationships, careers, and commitments that are misaligned with your true self may begin to crumble. The authentic self demands that you live in alignment with your deepest values, which often means letting go of situations, people, and environments that no longer serve your spiritual growth. This period can be uncomfortable, as it often involves stepping into the unknown and trusting the process of transformation. While the emergence of the authentic self can lead to external changes, the most profound shifts occur internally. Old wounds and emotional traumas that were buried deep within the unconscious may resurface, demanding to be healed and released. These experiences can feel like an emotional roller coaster, but they are necessary for clearing the way for your true self to shine through. As your authentic self emerges, you may also experience heightened spiritual sensitivity. Many people report experiencing ascension symptoms, such as vivid dreams, intuitive insights, and even physical sensations of energy moving through the body. These are signs that your consciousness is expanding and that you are becoming more attuned to the subtle energies of the universe. At this stage, there is a profound sense of freedom. You no longer feel bound by the expectations of society or the limitations of your ego. Instead, you are guided by your inner truth, which radiates from a place of deep self-awareness and self-love. Number 5. Life of alignment. Living in harmony with the universe. The final stage of spiritual awakening is the transition into a life of alignment, where the lessons and realizations of the previous stages are fully integrated into your daily existence. This stage is not a destination, but a way of being. It signifies a harmonious union between your authentic self, the world around you, and the deeper cosmic currents that guide your soul's evolution. Living in alignment means that every aspect of your life, your thoughts, emotions, actions, and relationships, flows in sync with your higher purpose. You are no longer striving to become something. Instead, you are simply being. There is a deep sense of inner peace that arises from knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, doing what you are meant to do. One of the hallmarks of this stage is a profound sense of compassion, not only for yourself, but for all beings. You recognize that every individual is on their unique path of awakening, and you extend understanding and forgiveness for their limitations, just as you have done for your own. There is no longer a need for judgment or criticism. Instead, you approach others with empathy, seeing them as fellow travelers on the journey of life. At this stage, the lines between self and others, between humanity and nature, between the individual and the universe, begin to blur. You experience a deep interconnectedness with all life forms. You see the divine in everything, the trees, the sky, the animals, the earth, and even in the challenges that life presents. This sense of oneness is not a concept but a lived reality. A life of alignment is not without its challenges. Even in this stage, you may encounter difficulties, but your perspective has shifted. Rather than seeing obstacles as problems to be solved, you view them as opportunities for growth and expansion. You trust in the flow of life and surrender to its unfolding, knowing that every experience is an integral part of your soul's evolution. In this final stage, you become a nurturer for yourself. You practice self-compassion, embracing your imperfections with love and understanding. This unconditional self-love becomes the foundation from which all other aspects of your life flow. As your relationship with yourself deepens, so does your ability to nurture others and the world around you. The journey of spiritual awakening is a transformative and ongoing process. It is not linear, nor does it have a definitive endpoint. You may find yourself revisiting certain stages, looping back to moments of unconsciousness or searching for truth, even after reaching a life of alignment. This is the nature of spiritual evolution. It is a spiral, ever deepening and expanding. Wherever you are on this path, remember that every stage has its purpose. Each phase, from the entanglement with the ego to the emergence of the authentic self, is a vital part of your growth. Be gentle with yourself. Trust in the process and know that you are exactly where you need to be. If this journey resonates with you, I invite you to share this exploration with others. Together, we can support one another in awakening to the deeper truths of existence, recognizing the divine within ourselves and in the world around us. Thank you for taking the time to explore these insights with me. If you found value in this message, I encourage you to subscribe to our channel and become a part of this growing community. By subscribing, you'll stay connected as we continue to dive deeper into spiritual wisdom and unfold the mysteries of the soul. In a world often shrouded in uncertainty and chaos, there are those who stand as beacons of light, individuals who seem to carry within them a profound connection to something greater than the mundane existence most experience. Have you ever felt this deep connection to the universe, a sense of purpose that transcends ordinary life? Throughout history, certain individuals have not only been chosen, but have demonstrated extraordinary power and influence among their peers. These are the most powerful chosen ones, marked not merely by their spiritual status, but also by their profound connection to a divine source and an unwavering commitment to their mission. Today, we explore 9 signs that you stand out as one of the most powerful chosen ones. These signs are not just indicators of spiritual status. They reveal a profound alignment with the universe's greater plan, a calling that echoes through the very fabric of your being. As you read through these signs, reflect on your journey, your experiences, and the subtle, yet powerful ways in which the divine has shaped your path. Sign number 1, the crucible of hardship, fortification through fire. The first and perhaps most telling sign that you are among the chosen is your experience of extraordinary hardship. These challenges are not merely obstacles. They are essential catalysts in your spiritual awakening and the development of profound self-resilience. Your journey through life has likely been marked by significant trials, moments of deep pain, and overwhelming adversity. These are not random occurrences, but are part of the divine's plan to forge you into a vessel strong enough to carry out your mission. Consider the moments when you faced overwhelming adversity, perhaps a personal loss that seemed insurmountable, or a professional failure that left you doubting your path. These hardships did more than test your strength. They stripped away the superficial layers of your being, compelling you to confront and embrace your deeper self. It was in these moments of vulnerability and reconstruction that you found your true power emerging, not just intact but transformed. This transformation is not merely about recovery, it is about revolutionizing your perspective and approach to life. As you went through these trials, you developed a resilience that goes beyond mere endurance. You cultivated a wisdom and inner strength that now guide you, allowing you to lead and inspire others who might still be in the throes of their battles. Your journey through hardship has thus shaped you into a spiritual guide, someone who has not only walked through the fire, but who can also light the way for others. Each challenge you have overcome maps out a path for those who will follow, proving that the deepest wounds can forge the strongest warriors. This resilience is a testament to your capacity to transform pain into power, and it marks you as a chosen one equipped to elevate not just your own spirit, but the collective soul of humanity. In every trial, you are not just surviving, you are thriving, growing stronger, and more aligned with your divine purpose. Sign number 2, rapid spiritual downloads. The lightning of insight. Another profound sign that you are one of the chosen is your history of rapid spiritual downloads. Sudden, profound insights that arrive unexpectedly, deepening your understanding of the universe and your place within it. These are not mere moments of clarity, but transformative revelations that reshape your spiritual path and accelerate your growth. Unlike ordinary thoughts or ideas, these downloads are infused with a sense of urgency and certainty, guiding you toward your higher purpose. You might recall times when these insights struck like lightning, while walking in nature, in the quiet moments before sleep, or amidst the chaos of everyday life. Suddenly, you understood complex spiritual concepts without prior study or guidance, or you intuitively knew the direction in which you needed to move. These downloads are not random. They are tailored to your journey, provided at critical junctures to guide and propel you forward. These intuitive insights often come with an overwhelming sense of certainty. They have influenced your life path by affirming your decisions, directing your actions, and sometimes radically altering your course. For instance, perhaps a sudden insight led you to pursue a path of healing, not just for yourself, but for others, or it might have prompted you to leave a seemingly secure career for one that felt more aligned with your soul's purpose. The significance of these downloads lies in their timing and their impact. They equip you with the wisdom and knowledge necessary to undertake tasks that serve a higher purpose, ensuring that you are not just following your path, but also becoming a beacon for others. These moments of profound insight confirm that your experiences are not random, but are part of a larger plan, marking you as a chosen one, someone entrusted with bringing light to the dark corners of human experience. Your capacity to receive and integrate these rapid spiritual downloads is a clear indicator of your role as a spiritual guide, tasked with the profound responsibility of elevating collective consciousness. Each download not only enriches your understanding, but also prepares you to disseminate this newfound knowledge, further validating your significant place in this spiritual evolution. Sign number 3, mastery over personal boundaries, stewarding your sacred space. One of the most critical signs that you are among the chosen is your mastery over personal boundaries, a skill that protects your energy and focuses your efforts on spiritual growth. Aware of the profound journey you are on, you understand that maintaining these boundaries is not just about saying no to others, but about affirming your path and purpose. This mastery is not merely a defensive mechanism. It is a proactive strategy for preserving your spiritual integrity and ensuring that your energy remains aligned with your higher calling. Consider how in your daily life you've had to make tough decisions about whom to spend time with, what projects to undertake, and where to allocate your energies. These decisions are influenced by an innate understanding that not all relationships or activities serve your higher calling. For instance, you might have distanced yourself from those whose energy feels draining or misaligned with your values, or perhaps you've declined opportunities that, while lucrative or prestigious, would divert you from your spiritual pursuits. The impact of these boundaries extends beyond mere self-preservation. They are instrumental in creating a life that is not cluttered with distractions, but is instead aligned with your true purpose. This alignment allows you to remain centered even in tumultuous times and keeps your spiritual journey on course. It also enables you to engage more deeply and meaningfully with those who truly resonate with your path, fostering relationships that are supportive and enriching. Moreover, your ability to maintain strong personal boundaries often serves as a model for others, teaching them the importance of self-respect and the courage to prioritize personal well-being and spiritual growth. This aspect of your journey not only highlights your strength, but also underscores your role as a guide and protector of your own soul's mission. Thus, your mastery of personal boundaries is not a barrier, but a gateway, ensuring that every step you take is measured and meaningful. It signifies a profound understanding of your needs and a commitment to safeguarding your spiritual integrity. This discipline is essential for anyone on a path of deep spiritual significance, marking you as a steward of your own destiny, wisely managing the energies that flow through and around you. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, you create a sacred space where your spiritual practices can flourish, free from the distractions and influences that might otherwise lead you astray. Sign number 4. The lone wolf. Solitude as a sacred strategy. Another defining trait of the chosen ones is their inclination to be perceived as a lone wolf, a trait that not only defines your social interactions, but profoundly shapes your spiritual journey. Your solitary nature allows for deep introspection and an uncompromised spiritual practice, serving as a cornerstone in your mission to evolve and enlighten, not just yourself, but those around you. This characteristic manifests in your daily life as a preference for solitude in moments that others might seek company. Consider how, during social gatherings, you find yourself drifting away from small talk to reflect on deeper, more meaningful topics. Or perhaps in your professional environment, you are the individual who lunches alone, using this time to disconnect from the noise and reconnect with your inner self. Being a lone wolf serves your spiritual development by providing the space and silence necessary for your inner voice to become clear and potent. It is in these quiet moments that the distractions of the external world fade, allowing you to delve into the depths of your spiritual practice without interference. This independence is crucial for maintaining the purity of your spiritual insights and ensuring that your practices are aligned with your true self, free from the influence and biases of others. Your path of solitude is not a sign of disconnection, but a deliberate choice that enables you to preserve your energy and focus it on your spiritual growth. This aspect of your personality often intrigues and inspires others, drawing them to you not in spite of your solitude, but because of the profound peace and certainty it represents. Being seen as a lone wolf is not merely a social descriptor, but a significant spiritual strategy. It highlights your commitment to personal growth and the disciplined pursuit of enlightenment. As you navigate this path, you become a beacon for those seeking to understand how solitude can serve as a powerful tool in one's spiritual arsenal, teaching by example that true strength and wisdom often come from within. Your solitary nature is not an isolation from the world, but a deep connection with the inner realms of your soul, where the most profound spiritual insights and revelations are born. Sign number 5, a strong sense of mission and purpose, the divine directive. A strong sense of mission and purpose is another unmistakable sign that you are among the chosen ones. This is not a vague or fleeting feeling, but a clear and compelling directive that guides your actions and aligns with the broader spiritual needs of humanity. You are not drifting through life. You are driven by a profound understanding of your role in the cosmic play. A role that extends beyond personal ambitions to address the spiritual evolution of the collective. In your daily life, this mission manifests in choices that may seem unconventional to others. Perhaps you've chosen a career that prioritizes impact over income, like working for nonprofit organizations focused on healing the planet or fostering spiritual growth in communities. Or maybe you're an artist whose work is dedicated to awakening deeper consciousness through visual or musical expressions. These are not random decisions, but are deeply aligned with your soul's calling, designed to resonate with and uplift others on their spiritual journeys. Your strong sense of mission provides a steadfast focus and direction, making it easier for you to navigate life's challenges. This clarity allows you to make sacrifices that others might not understand, prioritizing your spiritual goals over more worldly or immediate gains. It is this dedication that not only defines your path, but also serves as an inspiration to others, showing them the power of living a life aligned with a greater purpose. your mission is intrinsically linked to the spiritual needs of humanity. In a world rife with materialism and existential disconnection, your commitment to spiritual values and practices offers a beacon of hope and a roadmap for others seeking depth and meaning in their lives. This alignment ensures that every step you take not only furthers your personal enlightenment, but also contributes to a collective awakening. As a chosen one, your purpose is not merely to advance your spiritual journey, but to help guide and uplift the spiritual evolution of others. Your sense of mission is a divine directive, a call to action that compels you to move forward with confidence and conviction, knowing that your work is not just important, but essential to the greater good of humanity. Sign number 6. Clear visions and prophetic dreams. A glimpse beyond the veil. One of the most mystical and powerful signs that you are among the chosen ones is your experience of clear visions or prophetic dreams. These are not mere dreams, but profound glimpses into your soul's journey across time, offering guidance and confirmation of your path. You are not just moving forward. You are being led by the wisdom of ages, the echoes of past lives, and the unveiling of future possibilities. Think of waking from a dream where you were a healer in a distant past, using herbs and words to mend physical and spiritual wounds. Such a vision isn't random. It's a message, a piece of your spiritual lineage resurfacing to remind you of your healing abilities that can be applied in today's world. Or perhaps you see a future where societies are built on principles of empathy and spiritual connection, visions that fuel your current endeavors towards social justice or community healing. These visionary experiences provide unique insights into your role in the cosmic continuum. They reassure you that your actions are aligned with a larger divine blueprint. Each vision acts as a compass, steering you through life's tumultuous seas with the confidence that you are fulfilling a role ordained by the spiritual realms. These visions are instrumental in your development and effectiveness as a spiritual guide. They offer concrete examples of how to apply ancient wisdom in modern contexts, bridging time and space to heal present wounds. They also furnish you with a profound sense of purpose and urgency, as you are not only working to mend the now, but also to shape the future. Your ability to see beyond the present, to recall past lives and envision future possibilities, is not just a sign of your spiritual acuity. It is a tool and a testament to your significant role as a chosen one. These visions confirm that you are on the right path, tasked with carrying forward the lessons of the past and the hopes of the future, weaving them into the fabric of today's world. Sign number 7. The gift of transformation, influencing and empowering others. A powerful and unmistakable sign of being a chosen one is your innate capability to influence and transform others, a profound gift that sets you apart. You wield the power not just to explore your own spiritual path, but to act as a catalyst for change in those around you. Your presence, words, and actions resonate deeply, often leaving a transformative impact on others. Your influence manifests in various aspects of daily life. Consider the times when your simple advice or insights have changed the course of someone's decisions, steering them toward healthier or more fulfilling paths. Or recall the moments when your mere presence in a room has shifted its energy, uplifting spirits and inspiring hope. These are not coincidences, but reflections of your profound ability to affect change. This transformative influence is especially visible in the testimonials of those whose lives you've touched. Maybe a friend credits you with their newfound courage to pursue their dreams, or a colleague points to your example as the reason they embraced a more ethical way of living. Each story is a testament to the ripple effect of your actions and the spiritual force that you embody. Moreover, your ability to inspire transformation in others is not merely about altering their current state, but about helping them access their own potential. It's as if you unlock a door they've been unable to open themselves, allowing them to step into a fuller, more authentic version of their lives. This capability is both a gift and a responsibility, requiring you to be mindful of the power you hold and to use it wisely, nurturing growth and fostering positive change wherever you go. Your transformative power is a hallmark of the chosen ones, reflecting your deep connection to the divine and your role in the collective awakening. By influencing and empowering others, you extend the reach of your spiritual journey, creating a ripple effect that touches countless lives and contributes to the overall elevation of human consciousness. Sign number 8. Synchronicities and alignments. The universe's subtle guidance. Another sign that you are among the chosen is your frequent experience of synchronicities and alignments, meaningful coincidences that appear to guide your path. These are not random events but cosmic signals tailored for you, confirming that your journey is aligned with a higher purpose. Each synchronicity is a nod from the universe, a whisper that you are exactly where you need to be, doing precisely what you are meant to do. In your daily life, these synchronicities might manifest as unexpectedly meeting someone who can help you with a current project or stumbling upon a book that addresses the very questions you've been pondering. Consider the times when you've thought of someone only to receive a call from them moments later, or when you've arrived somewhere just in time to witness something that felt like it was meant for your eyes only. These moments are your personal signs, designed to steer you and reassure you on your path. They are markers of divine timing, showing you that your actions are supported by the spiritual energies that govern the universe. They often come when doubts creep in or when decisions loom large, serving as affirmations or guiding lights. Recognizing and understanding these signs can significantly influence both your spiritual and everyday life, enhancing your decision-making and giving you confidence in the steps you choose to take. These synchronicities also play a crucial role in your interactions with others, leading to impactful connections and opportunities that are not just beneficial for your personal growth, but also for fulfilling your mission to guide and uplift others. Each alignment is a thread in your life, woven by hands unseen, to support and enhance your journey toward your highest spiritual potential. Your frequent experiences of synchronicities are not just strokes of luck, but are profound, orchestrated elements of your spiritual path, highlighting your deep connection with the universe and its mysterious guiding force. Sign number 9. Profound connection with the divine. Walking in the light. The most significant sign of all, one that encompasses and transcends all others, is your profound connection with the divine or universal energy. This connection is a continuous and deep communion that infuses every aspect of your existence. It is not simply a belief. It is a tangible, palpable presence that shapes your thoughts, actions, and teachings, setting you apart as a chosen conduit for higher wisdom. This divine connection manifests in your daily life through an innate intuition that guides your decisions. When faced with choices, you feel a compelling pull toward one path over another, a pull that feels as if it's directed by a force greater than yourself. This might appear in small decisions, like choosing to take a different route home only to avoid an unforeseen delay, or in significant life changes, such as pursuing a career that fulfills your soul's purpose despite societal expectations. Your actions, too, are imbued with this connection. They are often characterized by selflessness and a drive to serve the greater good, influenced by a sense of duty that transcends personal gain. You might find yourself volunteering for causes that aim to uplift humanity, or spontaneously helping strangers in need, driven by an inner directive that is as natural to you as breathing. In your teachings, whether formal or through the example of your life, this connection becomes a beacon for others. You speak of concepts not just as theories but as lived experiences, your words resonating with the authenticity of someone who walks in constant dialogue with the divine. This doesn't only inspire but also empowers others to seek their own spiritual connections, enhancing their journeys with your insights. Thus, your profound connection to the divine is not just a facet of your identity, but the very core of it. It is what makes you a luminary in a world thirsting for light, a guiding star for those lost in the shadows. It is both your gift and your mission, a sacred trust that you carry forward each day, ever deepening, ever expanding. From enduring extraordinary hardships that forge your spirit and resilience to experiencing synchronicities that guide your every step, each sign is a testament to your profound connection with the divine and your pivotal role in the spiritual evolution of humanity. You have felt the weight of otherworldly wisdom in your rapid spiritual downloads, recognized the echoes of your past lives, and seen the future possibilities laid out before you. Your mastery over personal boundaries and your innate ability to influence and transform others underscore your leadership on this path. And through it all, your deep connection with the divine shapes every thought, action, and teaching, imbuing your life with purpose and direction. Reflect on these signs in your own life. Consider how each has manifested in your journey, from the quiet whispers of intuition to the loud clarion of destiny. How have these signs shaped your relationships, your choices, your very perception of the world around you? This reflection is not merely an exercise in self-awareness, but a call to deeper understanding and further growth. As you continue on your path, accept the responsibility that comes with these profound gifts. Share your stories and insights, not as tales of personal triumph, but as beacons for others navigating their own spiritual journeys. Your experiences, enriched by divine guidance, can illuminate the paths of others, providing clarity and hope where there may be confusion and despair. Therefore, step forward with courage and conviction. Dive deeper into your personal exploration and spiritual growth, and encourage others to do the same. In sharing your journey, you not only affirm your role as a chosen one, but also help to weave the vast collective spiritual awakening. This is your calling, your mission, and your gift to the world. Embrace it with all the fervor of your enlightened heart.